It through the hottest summer in Arizona history. No lie. The only proof you need is in that electric bill. If you don't have solar, I wonder how bad it's going to get next year. You need to call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar could save you over 80% off your electric bills. They're a locally owned, family owned company. Call Harmon Solar for a free estimate. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen the high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
Hey, I came as fast as I could. What's wrong?
Everything's okay. I just need you to know I'm glowing up.
You just texted SOS Get Here Now.
And I stand by that because I switched to Cricket and got the all-new Motorola Razr. I have entered my flip era, and I am glowing up.
I'm going to go back home.
I support that.
Switch to Cricket and get the all-new Motorola Razr for $199.99. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Must open a new line on a $60 a month voice plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialist, located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles for 44 years. And we're offering our fall inspection on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Also, our brake service inspection, recommended every year to prevent repairs and ensure top performance. For guaranteed family touch service, contact us at 602-246-2881. Highly rated by Google. Online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention a Fanatic to get 10% off.
Don't let your kids get fooled by the people they meet on social media. It may start as an innocent conversation, but those strangers are using their relationship to deal drugs to your kids. If you think tiny pills can't do much harm, think again. Fentanyl can end it all. Find resources at talknowaz.com. Don't let your kids get fooled. Talk to them. And visit talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
KQFN AM Tempe, K257 CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Listen to Jim Rome and the Jungle, weekday mid-mornings on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, live from the Harmon Solar Studios.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
I don't care what you say, Jeffrey. That's country. Johnny Cash is country.
Yeah, I know he is, but there's enough of him that's not.
Into a burning ring of fire. See, that's country, man. Come on.
No, see, that's not, because there's rock bands who have covered that song, so
What are you talking about?
I hear it from them.
Oh, please.
This
What rock
Social
band is covered?
Distortion. Boy, find that. Social Distortion, Ring of Fire.
Distortion.
It's incredible. Seriously,
That's an
find that
abomination.
thing and play it. It's not an abomination. It's
Wait
the
a
only
minute,
thing that
it's-
makes country music palatable is hearing other people do the song.
I think it's 3 o'clock, so we're probably.
Well, as
should
soon
get
as he
started
tells
here.
us we're live, we'll start the show. So
Well, okay.
I
All
did.
right.
I did mention that.
when
what's
we're
that?
fighting, you got to be louder.
Okay.
You know, that's
What's
what I'm
that?
saying. Yeah, he says we're live.
You are in fact live. Yeah.
Right now?
I don't believe you.
Like you are at 3 o'clock every day.
Scotchy,
Hello?
Scotch.
I don't think so either.
Cecil said we're live. Ah, crap.
All right.
Well, it is the Daily Blender. I am your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien. That is Randy White. We're having a fight. He wants to go to karaoke, and I said I won't go
We're not
if
having a
there's
fight.
country music. And
you know, this whole thing started because I think Keon he could sing some.
Keon Rose
Rick
in the control room there.
Yeah, Rick James. You know, Super Frank.
Maybe he wants to sing How do you know he wants to sing Rich James? Just because he's got dreadlocks. Maybe he wants
know
to do
what?
some
You
Richard
just-
Marx.
You ask. Oh no, he doesn't want. You ask him
Who is-
about
who
Rick
is this man?
James.
Look up
He
Richard
just-
Marx with an
Richard
X.
Marx. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's the most 80s you're going to
No.
get, my friend. The most white 80s guy you are going to get.
So,
How about some
he-
Rick
he-
Astley? Although he had the
No,
voice
yeah.
like, we're never going to
Never
give
gonna
you
leave
up.
you up. Never
They
gonna
just-
let
Rick,
you
Rick Astley
go.
fooled a lot of people. When people saw Rick Astley,
They're like, whoa.
the face and the voice did not match.
See, I
Like,
think
man, they did
Keon,
it to us with Elvis. Now they're doing it to us with him.
Keon could bring down he could bring down the house with some Rick James with those dreads he's got.
Ask him what he wants to bring down
What
the
do you
house
wanna
with.
bring down the
Maybe
house
he
with?
likes some Kate Bush. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Come on, Keon, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's very
Go ahead,
popular
Keon.
right now.
Tell me, what do you want? What do you? Katy Perry? What do you want to do? You tell me.
Well, the Katy Perry is going to go very poorly. I don't know any of her music.
You really see Keon whipping
Um,
out paparazzi. I don't know how the song goes, to be honest.
I think that's Madonna.
Little Lady Goo Goo there.
Lady
So-
Goo Goo.
Well, what songs
Lady
do you
Goo
like to? Have you done karaoke? What
I-
songs have you done that you wanted to do?
I have not done very much karaoke, and I don't know, man. I like a lot of music. I could.
I think Keon maybe should do some Johnny Cash. I fell in to a
maybe I
burning
should.
ring of fire.
Yeah, don't put him in a box.
I'll try lots.
I'm
of
not.
things.
Are you kidding
You
me?
were saying I was putting you in a box,
You
and I
were
wasn't
putting
putting
me
you in
in
a
a
box.
box.
I'm
Yeah,
putting
you
all
were.
of us in a box in a non-country music, or I'm
Oh,
not
my.
going box.
So what are you going to do if we go out and do a
Tammy
a-
Wynette songs exclusively.
Stand by your man.
Well, that's funny because the Blues Brothers did it, so I could do that with you. I could do that song. With you. There's certain songs that are permissible just because there is a comedic or rock and roll background to that.
See, I think that you, me, and Keon should do the soundtrack to the Saturday Night Live, the Bee Gees, all the Bee Gees tracks. Yeah.
Staying alive, staying alive. I could do that all day, all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
can I don't know the other
way I
songs.
use my walk. I'm a woman's man.
No time to talk.
Yeah. See, we could do that.
My sister wore that damn record out when I was a kid.
I bet.
I wish I didn't know every word. So bad.
1360 Crux. I was that was one of the first radio stations I were. What was the first
Mhm.
radio? We played the hell out of that album. Saturday
remember-
Night Fever.
My sister had the album, so I grabbed the album like, holy crap, people are hairy in Australia. Look at all that chest hair. My God.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you put a gold chain in there? I was probably always pulling out chest hairs.
Oh my God! Yeah.
The Bee
Yeah.
Gees never made sense to me, ever.
Mm,
And then
mm.
you're like, well, they seem like manly men. And then they sing like this, like high pitch.
Well, I mean,
it's
you
just
had
like,
you didn't just have the Bee Gees in there. You had Yvonne Elliman in there. If I can't have you, I don't want.
oh, well, no, okay, that's the
nobody,
soundtrack to the
baby.
movie.
If I
My
can't
sister
have
had
you-
all Bee Gees all the time on her
What?
record. She had the Bee
Yeah.
Gees album, not the Saturday Night Live album. So I don't even know. In fact, it's weird that you bring that up. My wife and I were sitting there, and you see that Santa Claus commercial of John Travolta,
Oh yeah.
and he's walking like he was
Yeah, oh,
in Saturday
yeah.
Night Live. And I
Yeah,
said, you know what's
love it.
funny? I've
Yeah.
never seen the movie. I've never seen the
I
movie.
haven't
I've
either.
only seen that part where he walks down the street because they play it sometimes. And I said, well, we should watch that sometimes because that's got to be a time capsule of the 70s. You know, we were too young to go to
Yeah.
dance clubs in
Well,
the 70s.
You may.
Yeah, me and my wife were. Yeah, my wife
I was
especially.
right in the middle of that.
Yeah.
I was, as a matter of fact, I never saw the movie. Rick Nunes was one of my PDs back in the 70s when I worked at Disco 92 KXDC here in the Valley.
Sorry, just the
Disco.
fact there's a full disco format
Disco
somewhere. Just-
92.
Ugh.
We hosted a concert event out at the Scottsdale Princess
Mm.
featuring all the artists from Saturday Night Live.
And they were
And
actually all there.
They were all there. Bee Gees were there. Yvonne Elliman was there. Tavares was there.
So no
Oh
idea
my
who
God.
these people are, but I believe
Oh,
you.
they were all there, and I had to show up. Rick Nunes it made me show up to that event. I
You
was
hate
only
disco?
17. I was not a big disco fan, but I worked at a disco radio station to pay the bills. So
That was always my biggest fear. That I would break it big, but it would be a country station.
Mm.
You'd be reading a news headline: "Popular DJ Jeffrey O'Brien kills himself because
Yeah.
he hates country music."
Jumps off the tower at KXTC in downtown Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh no! If it's country music, I'm likely taking people with me. So
well, I worked a little country. I mean, if you turn the air monitors down, you don't have to listen to the music. So
yeah, but then you don't know if something's messing up. You can have the record skip, and never know.
You watch the record. You could tell. You could tell.
Well, whatever the case.
Jeffrey and I worked back in the days of records. 45.
Well, you did. It was carts when I got there.
Well,
then later CDs. Then I was like, look at me, a space age guy. I'm playing CDs.
DATs. Yeah. Didn't you have DATs too?
No, but there were DAT machines. We just used that to record long form stuff. We never played anything off of it.
Should we start the show?
I don't know.
It's a Tuesday. We should probably.
I don't even want to be here, to be honest. I don't care. So here's the bottom line. I will do karaoke. We can all get up there and sing together. Keon and Randy and I can do whatever Keon wants to do. I don't want to put Keon in a box. If he wants to sing it, I'm there to back him up.
Put him in a box. I think he would love some Rick James. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, Keon. You tell me.
No, the Rick James would be fun. That sounds.
I mean,
sounds fun to me.
Then that's
Keon
what we will do.
Be like a Rick James fan. I mean, I would think, but maybe not. I was a huge Rick James fan. When we were playing ball, and that's all we played in the damn locker room, Rick James.
So we can do that as long as nobody screws around and tries to drop some country music in this.
Jane. She is my main thing.
I wish it was lip syncing right now, but okay. I don't know what that is.
About?
What are you singing? I have no idea what you're singing.
Well, little Rick James. I was singing Rick James. I mean, the
dead
fourth
on.
Dimension,
I was weird. I couldn't tell you and Rick James apart right there.
Well, I know.
It's spooky, is what it is. It's just downright spooky.
She's a very kinky girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Helen Reddy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Rick James.
Yeah. Chief Skull says, my first album was Bee Gees and Steve Perry's solo album. First one I bought myself was Quiet Riot.
You bought the Steve Perry solo project? Oh.
No. The first one he bought. Somebody gave him that one. I remember that song, and there was a girl named Sherry in one of my classes in junior high, and she was really wishing that he'd picked anybody else's name because I sat behind her singing that song for years. Walter Mellon says, hey, can you guys take a second and explain to Keon what records are? He knows what vinyl is.
Man, I am 33.
He
was
45s and 33s.
Vinyl is back.
Not only is it back, also my parents had like a radio. And my dad was cheap.
Really?
My dad was cheap, refused to get rid of the thing. So he like basically just kind of was collecting dust in our house. So I took the radio so I could listen to just radio stations and all that. And on the top of the radio was also a record player.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you play records on it too. It was pretty cool.
Did you put a quarter on top of the stylus so it wouldn't skip as easy? Did you do that?
I did not do that.
I wish I
knew that. I do.
Yeah,
it's useless to me
put
now.
A quarter on top there.
It's like get another.
Yeah,
record
when
player.
I was when I had a couple of Techniques turntables, the 8800 series. Oh my God, they were beautiful. They were wonderful. Yeah.
But any record player is good as long as the stylus, as long as the needle's good, you've got music, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, if you
Boozin'
get a quarter or a penny and put it on there.
That's what I'm saying. Boozin' Raider says it's Saturday Night Fever, not Saturday Night Live. Oh, is that who said that? Me? Oh, I apologize.
I probably said them.
I'm hoping the movie is. I'm really hoping it's unintentionally funny. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so bad that it's good. Because I can't imagine that being like a Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, Saturday Night Fever. Yes.
I'm hoping that is just sort of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like bad, good. Fighting Wampa says, I read somewhere that Alice Cooper said Saturday Night Fever album was the best engineered album of all time, for whatever that's worth. Not much, to be honest. I mean, nothing against Alice Cooper, but it could be the finest, best engineered piece of dookie, but it's still a piece of dookie. And, just saying.
Didn't it win some sort of like awards? Didn't
I don't know.
Saturday
Everything in the
Night
70s
Fever
was
album?
so beige. I couldn't see through the haze of 70s beige. I don't know. It might have. Mystery Girl was asking, why don't you guys do some Christmas songs? if it's Christmas, sure. If it's in that area, but I don't know when we're all going to get together and do this. We all got stuff going on. Beer Bob says, good afternoon, boys. What a great day it is. Can you guys say playoffs? Of course, I can say it. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Yeah, we all three of us can say it. Nobody has trouble with it. Why are you asking?
Playoffs.
He says, so glad that game went into overtime yesterday. Helped me come back from a 40-point deficit and clinch a playoff spot. Oh, so that helped your fantasy football, did it? I would have beat Randy if not for the fact he had Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram just sort of paced what Jamar Chase was doing as far as what I needed to win. If he did not have Evan Ingram, I would have, I don't know if I would have beat him or tied him. It was that
probably
close.
would have beat me. Yeah, probably would have beat me.
No, I would have. I ended up with 143 points to your 163. Well, this is as good a time as any to go ahead and dole out all the weekly awards that we have for fantasy football and our Harmon Solar NFL fan picks contest. See, you're not going to, somebody else is going to touch it. Because you don't ever hit the button at the right time.
What are you talking about? You said it's time now.
I said it's time, but I didn't tell
it's like
you
a
it was
cue for me to go ahead and hit the fanfare.
It's not. It's really not.
It's time.
Hit the button.
When am I supposed to hit?
All I'm saying is we're going to talk about the weekly winners. I didn't say this.
And there it is again. We're going to talk about it, so I go ahead and hit the.
No, I'm letting you know that we're about to, so you're ready, and then I will tell you the actual names now.
Oh, I'm always ready.
Chief Skull says, my mother, who is alive, bought those for me. I still have high school album Kiss, Motley Crue, and more. That's
what
awesome.
Kiss album do you have?
I imagine back then it would have just been the one that everybody had. The big Kiss on the front of it.
Which one was that?
I never had any Kiss. I didn't like them. All right. So for the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em Picks contest, the winner happens to be Chief Skull. He got 10 right. Chief Skull, who just texted us there about his albums. Also, the weekly picks winner got 10 right. And I tell you what, this a lot of bye week stuff going on, so that means that he missed 3. He only missed 3, and a lot of people actually had 10, but he won on the tiebreaker. Always remember to set the tiebreaker. That's the difference between you getting a jersey and you not getting a jersey. As far as we go here on the show, I had 9. Randy, you had 8. Keon, you had 9. Ralph had 7.
Guess who's in last again? No.
And Radio Ron had 8. So that means that, let's see, after me, Radio Ron, and then Keon, and then Ralph, and then Randy. Actually, Randy has a lot of catching up to do. So
I don't really care.
But with my 126 I've got right, I did climb up into 8th place in the overall standings. So that's kind of nice. Germ is good 20 is currently atop the heap at 132. Choro, who had been in first place for quite some time, he has dropped 3 spaces back for 129.
Boy.
Brett Maverick and Raider Royce both have 128. Fighting Wampa, Raven Kid, Bacher 44 have 127. Then I got 126 along with Ultimate Warriors and Flying Monkeys. So that's the top 10 in the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest. As far as the high score goes for the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Leagues, Blank Slate had 217.9. That might be the highest total we have had this year.
How do these guys do this? 200 and what?
Well, first off, we're in a league where it's tougher to get a high score like that. Second, you just got the right day. But I'll tell you, who had an amazing 2 weeks in a row. My wife. Last week, she had like 207, 208. This week, she had 209.85 over League 7.
200 points in any fantasy football league ever.
Tell you what, she's picked the right time to get hot because going into the playoffs, that's when you really want to be firing on all cylinders.
I mean, don't take this wrong, Jeffco, but I might have to call Alex and get some advice. I don't know how she's getting 200 points. I would love to get that at least one time.
There's one thing that my wife does love, and that is fantasy football.
I
After
think she
that,
needs it.
me and
Yeah.
the kids.
Well,
But she loves football. She loves fantasy football,
Yeah.
and she's actually pretty damn good at it. And yeah, she probably could give you some good advice. You know who can give you some advice this week is the king of fantasy football, filling in
Oh,
for
is he
Rosalie
gonna be
Michaels
here
on
this week?
Thursday. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's got some
All right.
model photo shoot thing that she's doing, so she can't
Oh,
be
my
here
God.
Thursday. But I gave him a ring, and the king said he would be there, so he will be with us on Thursday. But yeah, my wife just
Got the
killing it.
king. Yeah.
And I'm over here just I can give you 100 points, and if I give you any more, it's a miracle. And it was a miracle of the fact I got 143 against you that kept me in fourth place. I was shocked at that. I feel bad because here I'm in fourth place. You've moved up to sixth place, so you are in the playoffs. And Ralph hung around. He came. He dropped 2 slots, but he's still in the playoffs in 8th place. Rosalie Michaels, though, has plummeted down to 10th place.
Oh, that's too bad.
She may be the person leaving
She
the
chose
Premier
a,
League this year. For Blender.
Chose a trip to Italy over fantasy football.
Wouldn't you? I think I would too.
I would too.
I mean, I ended up auto drafting anyway. I'm just saying. Chief Skull would like to make a speech. Do we have any speech music for Chief Skull?
Speech? What kind of speech? Is it patriotic or
his congratulatory speech? He says, "I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank Jeffrey, Randy, and Keon for trying to talk about football each day.
Wow. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Donnie for his Vikings passion, Fish Tank for his receipts,
Okay.
Big George for his history lessons, and Berg for hating mustard.
Wow.
Boogie, who can't pick winners. If he had one more, I'd have lost. You all helped with this win, and I thank you. Congratulations, Chief Skull. You're getting yourself a custom jersey from Nick LaCapria. We'll be sending you an email here in a little bit to get you set up for that.
Does he have to answer Nick's trivia questions?
No, but he does keep asking them. It's kind of weird. You're not required, Chief Skull. Don't worry about it. But I'll tell you, so there you go. Chief Skull won the Harmon Solar Weekly NFL Fan Pick'em. Blank Slate had 217.9 from League 6. And hopefully everybody else had themselves a really good week of whatever the hell it is that's important to you. We got to take a break, and we come back. We have a lot to talk about. We got to talk about Monday Night Football. I got a big old bunch of random sports we got to talk about. We also have some tickets to give away. ASU is hosting SMU on Wednesday, and we have got a bunch of tickets and a bunch of parking passes. We're going to be able to send some people to this game, and this is going to be a fun game, by the way.
So basketball?
Basketball? Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I said basketball.
Well, I didn't hear basketball. I'm sorry. Yeah, you go ahead.
Football's over, Randy, especially
Well,
for ASU. So it's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Take the guesswork out of your holiday gifts. OmahaSteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and save an additional $30 with promo code VSIN. OmahaSteaks.com.
The NBA in-season tournament continuing tonight. The Phoenix Suns are in Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. Phoenix has yet to produce a lineup that includes Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker all at the same time. They're a 1-point underdog heading into tonight's game against the Lakers. This is the quarterfinals as the Suns are plus 100 to win the game tonight. Lakers minus 118, over under at 229. The winner will face New Orleans in the semifinals on Thursday night in Las Vegas. The championship of the in-season tournament also in Las Vegas on Saturday. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Pete Actor Portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
Hey, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, a lot of us play fantasy football this time of year, and it's fun. But what you should be playing is fantasy electric bills. What's that? It's where you get with Harman Solar, and they save you over 80% off your electric bill every month. Then, each time you open up that bill, you're going to feel like you just won a championship. Call Harman Solar today. Get a free estimate. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. or online, lundmortgage.com.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Hey, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, you got San Diego State, number 15, San Diego State, joining GCU. I don't know. How did that happen? How did they end up getting San Diego State to play at GCU? I knew that they were trying for a while, but...
Well, isn't San Diego State in the WAC?
Are they?
Aren't they in the WAC conference?
I don't know. I don't know that they are. I don't think they are. I don't know. Keon will figure it out. I'm not gonna worry about it. Big George says, "Hello, gentlemen. Happy Taco Tuesday and Bathtub Party Day."
What?
Sorry, what? How's it Bathtub Party Day? Last night was pool at the Monday Night Football game day. That was weird.
Pool at the Monday Night Football.
Didn't you see that? There are people in the pool. There's a pool.
There's a pool
in Duval at their stadium there. And
at Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Really?
Jacksonville has like a pool, but it's not like a down low. It's like actually part of one of the suites. And I'm thinking, man, if that plexiglass ever gave, you would have so much water. Just sort of, you thought FedEx Field was a mess. You imagine if I don't know how many thousands of gallons are in the pool in Jacksonville, but it was this plexiglass thing, and so you could see these two girls just freezing to death trying to be in the pool, and other people sort of sitting around it, and it was awkward. I'll be honest, it was awkward to see. But
how do you freeze to death in Jacksonville, Florida?
The water was cold. That's all I know. You could tell the girls were they weren't happy. But you know, it was, you only saw it for a minute. I didn't even know they had a pool, to be honest. I think it's a bad idea. But Big George also says that rumor has it the Diamondbacks are pursuing Seth Lego and Lucas Giolito. What do you guys think about those prospective free agent signings? Well, we don't know anything about that yet, so I don't know, Randy. Is that something they should be going after?
Lucas Giolito is a quality young pitcher and is somebody that can add to this rotation. We've got to get a third guy in here. I know that the Diamondbacks went to the World Series, but they didn't win. So it's something that I think Mike Hazen and the Diamondbacks are looking for. And if you bring in Lucas Violito, is that his name?
Giolito.
Sounds
like an ice cream.
This is a guy that I could see, coming in and helping the Diamondbacks rotation, and we'll see what happens. Average temperature in November in Jacksonville is 74 degrees. I don't know what the hell.
The water must have just been cold.
The water
Randy.
was cold.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Watch the tape. By the way, Ralph from Harmon Solar just sent a text to Keon, just basically the middle finger, because Keon is now 2 ahead of him in the picks contest.
Well, I should have picked better, man. That middle finger to me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
About middle finger to me, I'm like 14 up on you. I'm a whole week ahead of you.
See, I think he's looking at the people closest to him.
Yeah,
He feels like you're out of reach, so
he's
going to go ahead and he's going to haunt the people closest to him, which would be Keon.
I'm just saying the person responsible for those picks is the person who should get that middle finger.
See, I'm waiting
Mirrors
towards
exist.
waiting for the ending part of the season, and I'll sneak up on all you guys.
And then Randy's going to make his run.
Make a run at the end of the
Well,
season.
you have all the way up to the Super Bowl. That's how long this whole thing goes for.
Yeah.
But right now, Randy, you need to have a week where you get 30 right. If you can.
I mean, that's going to be easy.
All right. As long as you know.
Probably the week after next. Yeah.
Cardinal Art says, what about the reel-to-reel, Keon? I don't think he's ever used a reel-to-reel.
I have not ever used it. I know what it is, though.
You've never used a reel-to-reel?
I have
Why
not.
would he?
I mean, I
have seen
Jeffrey,
them.
We stopped using them briefly after you and I had that morning show back in the 90s.
Well, Jeffrey, what did you use? What is the oldest reel-to-reel you ever used?
The Otari is I guess.
The Otari?
Yeah, there's another that starts with an A. I can't remember. But
So
when you and I were cutting up phone calls and little bits and
that
stuff
was
on the reel-to-reel,
8081. Yeah.
and after that, everything went digital, man. Everything went digital. So why would Keon ever have to use a reel-to-reel? He's a digital age baby.
So Keon, I used a Scully reel-to-reel, and the and what would happen is you would hit the start on that thing, and it would go clunk like that. That's what it sounded like.
It wouldn't go clunk. It'd go. I don't even know how to lunk. It was like bunk. It was like a thunk.
Clunk. Like
Very
that.
solid.
It's
Well,
just
the Otari went thunk. Maybe that was the upgrade.
the Otari went
slightly
kinda
better.
kind of like click, but the Scully that just went clunk as loud as you could think. That
I've
was
never
the
used
Otari.
one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and you edit on one of those babies, you're deaf by the end of the session. And you get like one or two commercials out of editing on the Scully, because what would happen is the playback head would hit that thing and it would just go bang.
Yeah,
like it would be loud like a firecracker.
Nothing but the best at interstate broadcasting, where we had the Otaris.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
The 8081s.
It's like
I remember
the
those.
Cadillacs of reel-to-reel stuff.
Cadillacs that were 20 years old. Yes.
Still,
Absolutely.
Cadillac's a Cadillac, Randy. Oaktown Destroyer says, for the team that I picked in fantasy, I thought my record would have been better. Hopefully I'll be in the Blender League next year. Oaktown Destroyer, you've got the #1 team right now. What are you talking about? You're in first. Oh, no, you're not. Hold on. Oh, wait. Sorry, I got you confused with somebody else. Never mind.
You almost had good news, and then you didn't.
I get him confused with Thundar for some reason. My brain just Well, hang in there, buddy. There's still some week to go.
there's week left.
There's some week left.
Yeah.
So to answer your question about GCU and San Diego State,
Yes.
San Diego State is in the Mountain West Conference. But to the point, I saw a San Diego Union Tribune article that asked the same question you asked.
Only they said, why are we going there?
Grand Canyon has a tough team, crazy fans, and a massive home court advantage. Why is San Diego State playing there?
Oh, they're
Well,
scared
San
of us.
Diego State, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but wasn't San Diego State in the Final Four last year?
I don't remember. I know that they had a good season, like a good
they're
run.
ranked 15 right now in the nation.
I
So
thought they were in the Final Four last year. I thought they were down to the championship four. I thought
Final Four.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. San Diego State. Yeah. The Aztecs.
And
And by
actually-
the way, San Diego is not a state. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm so
what
confused
they
by
call
that.
it.
It is
We had
just
to stop.
the state school located in San Diego.
You can tell us that all
Okay.
over and over
I-
and
it
over, but
just-
it doesn't matter.
I
We
don't know.
It still does not track.
It doesn't.
I've been to San Diego many times. It's not a state.
No one is
believe me.
claiming that it is a state.
Oh my God.
They're ranked 25th.
I thought you were ranked 15th.
Not 15th. Miami's 15th.
Well, Miami will lose quickly.
So, but that's still a good
Well,
team.
here we go.
Yeah,
Hamilton Porter says SDSU lost to UConn in the final.
See, that's what they went to the finals. That's what I.
That's these
I
guys.
thought they were the last four team. Yeah.
I can't remember this at all, and I have no
San
idea
Diego
why.
State?
I
Wow.
have no recollection
I'll
of
be
this
damned.
game.
I hope GCU whoops them upstairs and downstairs and makes a point
Yeah.
of it
Oh, yeah.
because they sound like they're going to be good. You know, this sounds scary.
We need
Fish
to
Tank
beat their
says,
ass.
"Happy Tuesday, fellas. It was really weird giving a crap about the Jaguars losing last night. Not sure I've ever wished that on a franchise, but with the loss, Dolphins now control their own destiny for the #1 seed. Now they'll find a way to blow it. But for today, it feels nice." I think we lost Randy. Is he doing that because am I here? Can anyone hear me? I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I was cutting off Randy's.
Well, Randy's sitting there doing this. I don't know if he's
'cause
talking to me.
I'm pretty sure that once he goes to the part where he restarts his equipment, you're just going to have horrific feedback in your ears, and you're not going to like that.
No, okay.
None of us will like that.
Yeah, I'll just maybe not do that. Anyway, so there you go, Fish Tank. Feel good for a day. Go ahead. Feel good for a day. Let's see. Fighting Wampa says, if San Diego isn't a state, then how can a hot dog not be a sandwich? Don't come in here and start that crap, Fighting Wampa. Don't come in here with that.
Anytime texts start with a weird question like that I know exactly where we're going next.
We're not going to do hot dog and sandwiches, okay? We're not going to do it. I'll tell you what we are going to do, though. We are going to have that conversation once again because there is one right answer. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Period.
I mean, it's just, it is. Like, you don't have to like it, but it is a Christmas movie.
We can fight that one across the universe, Fighting Wampa, but we will not be discussing a hot dog as a sandwich because it's just not. It's just not. And they're like not having that conversation.
Like, there's just certain people you don't argue with because they are so wrong. You just, there's no point.
Also wrong, Bruce Willis. When Bruce Willis says it's a Bruce Willis movie, he's just being funny, trying to say, it's not a Christmas movie. It's a Bruce Willis movie. He was making jokes, ha ha, funny, ha ha. But guess what? The thing is a Christmas movie. The whole premise is on Christmas. Okay. Here's a couple of the ways you just can figure out if it's a Christmas movie. Does watching the film at any other time of year feel weird? Yes. If you watch Die Hard when it's not Christmas, it feels weird. If you take Christmas out of the movie, does the movie still make sense?
No,
it doesn't, because they were all there for a Christmas party. And in other places, he goes, ho, 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 when he's shooting guys, the whole Santa Claus thing.
Yeah.
So trust me, it's a Christmas movie. We're not going to talk about this anymore.
And it could be more than one genre. A movie can be a drama and a Christmas movie, or an action movie and a Christmas movie. This one is an action movie and a Christmas movie, so it can also be a Bruce Willis movie and still be a Christmas movie.
There's no argument. There's no argument.
None.
The correct answer is yes. Yes, it is a Christmas movie. And by the way, I don't want to say anything about Bruce Willis, but, he's got some health issues. And maybe he wasn't in his right mind when he said that. I think he was just trying to be funny about it was being a Bruce Willis movie. I'm just saying. He's wrong, and I'm right, and you know it.
Agreed.
The end. Pickle D says, I believe Bruce Willis also says Merry Christmas, Mother Funker, at one point.
He does.
That's a dangerous word for me to actually say.
Yeah, it's
Mother Funker.
It's because your brain still wants to say the actual word.
Well, then after you say that on the radio, you're like, did I
say it?
Did I say that? No, I don't think I said it. Yeah, Pinocchio, you're right. Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a machine gun. Was written in blood on the guy that he sent downstairs.
Right.
In the chair.
It doesn't exactly work if the movie takes place in February.
Glendale Mullet says, clincher on the Die Hard argument. Who wrote Silent Night? Franz Gruber. Seriously.
That's funny.
Done. You're right, Glendale Mullet.
That's just more evidence than we need, quite frankly, but we'll take it.
Overwhelming. Fighting Wampa says, fair enough, but you're right. Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie. Any movie that has ho, 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 now I have a machine gun as a line, that is a total Christmas movie. Thank you, Fighting Wampa. All right, so now that's settled. What were we talking about? Is Randy back yet? He's just sitting there kind of staring at his crotch.
I don't hear him.
It looks like he's staring at his crotch.
He's in queue. I just kind of...
Randy, can you hear us? No, he can't hear us. Yeah, he's not there. No, he's not there. The Berg says, Ralph, Randy, or Rosalie to the USL. Who's going to get relegated? And he says, Die Hard's the best Christmas movie ever. Right now, if it all ended and we went to the playoffs, Rosalie, actually, she's in 10th place. But if she can actually get a good win this week and enough points to push her up, it's just whoever is at the bottom of the list of the four of us. We could all be first, second, third, and fourth place. It's just at the end result, meaning after the playoffs, that is how we decide. So whoever is highest ranked after the playoffs for the Daily Blender staff, that's how we decide that. Big George says San Diego State almost won that championship. Yes, we've discussed that already, George. He said, he says they're legitimately good. Are they legitimately good this year? I mean, they're ranked. So.
Yeah, and I don't know, if they're as good as last year, but they are good. They are legitimately good. Yeah.
Listen, I want to talk about Monday Night Football, but it's time for a break. Let's see if we can get Randy back on. And when we come back, we will talk about the game that happened last night. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. You need a partner you can count on. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Phoenix area attorneys. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, Ralph, got another solar question for you.
Okay, but did you check out the Harmon Solar Podcast first?
The what?
The Harmon Solar Podcast. We put new episodes up twice a month that teach you all the things you ever wanted to learn about solar. We discuss things like how solar works, the roofing, sales process, demand management, everything solar.
Show like this needs some real smart thinkers, huh?
Well, yeah.
So you got some really great guests then, huh?
Almost every show.
Is it on Spotify?
Yep.
iTunes?
Yep. Just search it everywhere. It's the Harmon Solar Podcast. Go check it out at harmonsolar.com.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
For a limited time, trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE. All on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
There's a reason why conventional healthcare is referred to as practicing medicine. Hi, this is Dr. Hannah Lindsay. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. I regularly see patients with a variety of acute and chronic health conditions, including many autoimmune and rheumatological diseases. We can restore pain-free joint function and balance immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and overall well-being. We emphasize natural and holistic interventions with lifestyle changes and take advantage of the full palette of care options from traditional remedies to modern science. We collaborate with experts in a wide range of health disciplines, including physical therapists and specialist physicians, referring patients as needed to ensure the most effective care possible. So how about a second opinion on your health? You might just end up feeling like yourself again. Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161, or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialist, located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles for 44 years. And we're offering our fall inspection on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Also, our brake service inspection, recommended every year to prevent repairs and ensure top performance. For guaranteed family touch service, contact us at 602-246-2881. Highly rated by Google. Online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention the Fanatic to get 10% off.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
Danny Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and Randy's back. Hey, Randy. We were talking about how Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Just want to make sure you are on the same page with us on that.
I am not.
It's clearly a Christmas movie.
No.
So here's the criteria, Randy. I think you're just saying that just to be contrarian. But here's the thing. Here's the criteria that is used to determine if it's a Christmas movie. So does watching the film at any other time of the year feel weird?
Yes. No.
Of course it does, because it's a Christmas movie.
No.
So you've already, the first one's already done it. The next one is, if you take Christmas out of the movie, does it still make sense?
Yes.
No, it doesn't, because he's there at
No.
a Christmas party.
No.
His wife's company Christmas party. Otherwise,
No.
makes no sense.
No.
No, you're just being that way.
All
The
right.
same way you were about the Make-A-Wish kid that liked the Savannah Bananas. You're just
No,
being
no.
contrarian.
Look, I mean, that's not a baseball team. Give me a break. Go ahead.
Yeah. Scoozer says it's Hans Gruber, not Franz. Merry Christmas, mother effers. Yeah, we know that, but it's close. Hans Franz.
It's so close.
The guy
It's
who wrote, Silent Night. Pretty
same
good.
last name, and also doesn't Hans Gruber have a brother? Doesn't he mention him?
Yes, he says his brother Franz. Yeah. Uh,
Well, I don't know if he says his name, but yeah.
Fish Tank says, is Jake Browning kind of good? Because he got thrown into a start against an 8-win team on primetime, and he actually hung in there. He only looked particularly bad when they were trying to do trick plays that went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
And even that's not his fault. That was some dumbass play call by the Bengals head coach, Zach Taylor. They should have never attempted that with this guy, this rookie right there. So
I agree. Yeah.
Bad idea. But is Jake Browning kind of good? He's kind of competent. I'd say he's kind of good.
He hasn't played enough. The few starts that we have this start, which was a good one. We have a previous start earlier in the season when Joe Burrow was still dealing with the calf injury, and that was not good. And then when he had to play and fill in for Joe Burrow that night where he was throwing and it looked like he might not play, and then he got hurt in that game, that was also not good. So we have more not good from Jake Browning than good, but that last game, maybe he's figured a couple of things out.
Yeah. You know what? The proof is in the win, but I don't think people need to start thinking that they're a playoff team again, because they're not. They're 6-6 after that. And there's still a lot wrong. There's a lot right. That just throw it in the direction of Jamar Chase. Throw it in that direction and you're fine. Give the ball to Joe Mixon. You'll be fine. So, it doesn't mean that Jake Browning is good, but he didn't screw things up too bad. I mean, you got to give him credit at least for that.
Fact, I do think that he was good last night. I mean, he 5 incomplete passes over 350 yards passing is a good night. Just
here's what I didn't expect to see last night. Did anybody have it on their bingo card that they'd ever see Beat Hard play football again?
No.
Not me.
No.
Beat Hard came out as the quarterback, and of course they almost lost him after he took a run there. He hurt his left wrist, but that game going to overtime, I was against it.
I'm opposed to this.
I hate a tie as much as anybody, but maybe this once we just don't, because but fantasy football implications for everybody. Absolutely. It was a different game than I thought you were going to get. I really did not expect that. Zach Taylor sees it a different way. He says, Jake Browning just let the world on fire.
Oh, please.
Zach, man, come on.
It was a really good game, and it doesn't have to be more than that.
Was it really good, or was it just good?
used 32 of 37 for 354 yards. I mean,
pretty good.
It was good. It was a
I
really
think
good
it was
game.
good. I don't think it was really good. If it was really good, Jake Browning wins that game as the quarterback for Cincinnati by 21 points.
You're
That would
forgetting
be-
that
he doesn't
Cincinnati's
play defense
got-
too.
really good.
Cincinnati's defense forgot to get off the plane.
Yeah.
So
I would say both defenses. I like the Jaguars' defense, but their pass rush is bad. I just think that Jake Browning played another offense that was also really good, and his defense didn't do anything. I don't know how he's supposed to win it by 21 points. He only missed 5 passes. Like what else was he supposed to do?
I still think that was just a good game, not a really good game.
Oh no, you're right. It wasn't a great
Quarterback rating of 150. I mean, no, that's
that game was hard to watch.
I know his quarterback
Not-
rating was up there, but I still think that was just a good game.
Yeah, we're not
Not
talking about the game.
really
We're talking about Jake Browning,
Yeah.
the player.
That is
and
what
whether
then
he's
if
kind
it's
of
Jake-
good.
If it's Jake
And-
Browning, then that was an adequate fill-in role, a good fill-in role by their second team quarterback.
There is
He and
nobody.
Josh Dobbs can have lunch.
If your starter put up numbers like that, that's a good day for them. This
Well,
is not
I mean,
just
if-
a.
Yeah. well,
To me, that's not just pretty good. Now, I'm not using this
Remember
to
what
say.
Randy said yesterday, though? If I was on the field or Randy was on the field, if Jamar Chase was running down the sideline, we could have had as good a game.
But he made some really good throws. He wasn't making throws that anybody could make. These weren't checkdowns to Jamar Chase. These were. He had a tight window. He put the ball right on Jamar Chase between the numbers, between 2 defenders on that left sideline.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
these were NFL throws.
Well, yes, but that's
I
what's
could do it if it weren't for this
expected
diarrhea.
of a quarterback in the NFL.
But we have
That's-
so many bad backups in this league, so I know
yeah.
it's not easy. You can't just
Yeah,
ask anybody to just go
You
in
know
there
what?
and
We
give
know-
you 350
we know,
yards,
Keon.
man.
We know. You know why we know? Because that's all we see playing anymore are backups. Look at like 8, 9 backups
Yeah,
playing right now.
there's a billion of them playing in the league right now,
No, I mean,
starting
like,
legitimate
yeah,
games.
starting now.
Yeah, I get that, and not nearly enough of them are of the caliber you need.
I think Jake Browning is an adequate quarterback. I think this is a guy that can win you some games, given some reps behind the first team offense.
It's the same
I think-
script we use for Dobbs, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is a guy that can step in, and he's going to have to for the rest of the season. Do they make the playoffs? Jeez, I don't.
They probably
I don't
won't.
know.
The
I
AFC's
don't know.
loaded. But
So,
and I
it-
don't think that Jake Browning is a great quarterback. I'm not even saying
He had a
he's
great night.
really
How's
good.
that?
I'm just saying the night was really good. That was a really good game. We have one of those, and we have 2 really bad ones.
Yeah, I think it was a good game. I think if he comes out next week, are they on bye next week? They're not on bye, are they?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. If he comes
They-
out next week and they dominate the next team, and he shows some like enormous amount of improvement, then he's really good. But right now,
They
I'm
have
not
Jeffrey's
willing to go
Colts.
that way.
Actually.
My
But yeah, no,
defense is a little bit better than the Bengals defense.
I'm not making a determination on Jake Browning either way. I'm saying the information we have is a game that I would say is a really good game. That game,
But
and
you're saying really good, and I'm thinking
for that game, I thought that was a really good performance.
I
That
think
from
it
just
was
about anybody, that is a. I'm not great because an all like
Yeah.
a great performance is he threw multiple touchdowns in that game. And
Listen, I'll be the voice of reason here. He had a good night for a backup, a better than good night for a backup, but pump the brakes before you start thinking you're going to the playoffs because who knows what the next game is going to give? Who knows what is going to happen?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, Joshua Dobbs went in and everybody in Minnesota was losing their damn minds. And then he finally had the game you thought he might have. It's going to be hit and miss. And like Keon said, there's enough we've seen of Browning bad. Now we saw one of him good. You know, you got to just sort of shake it out and go with the averages. So I imagine
Yeah, I get
Browning will
that.
he'll be pretty okay.
he'll
But
be an
the
all right quarterback.
Bengals, you are not going to a Super Bowl. You'll barely, if you go to the playoffs, it'll be a
Yeah.
miracle.
Yeah.
It's just not happening for you guys. Just
Well, I mean, they might if Jake Browning comes out next week and improves again, and he has a quote in my opinion, and not Keon's. In my opinion, he has a really good game, and he starts to take the role because he has to take the role. He's
think
got
they
to
have
take
to-
the role
They have to
as
win
starting
out.
quarterback.
They got to
What?
win out, and somebody else has to lose or something.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, Jake Browning's got to take the starting role, and he's got to step up and own this team. And I don't know that he did that last night. I think he did a great job last night. I think it was a good game, and we'll see about this week if it's a really good game. And if they continue to win and he goes to the playoffs, oh, geez. Well, then that's a really good backup quarterback for your team.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's
Donnie,
been in
who
this
knows
program, what, 4 years?
Donnie knows a little something about backup quarterback. Says Jake Browning
No,
seems
he's-
like he
he's a
can read
rookie.
an NFL defense, like unlike that quarterback in Chicago.
I suppose his name was bound to come up.
Yep.
But yeah, Jake Browning played in an offense that was was a lot more pro ready than what Justin Fields was playing in. Therefore, the struggle that's not his particular struggle. But yeah, no, Jake Browning's a rookie. That's the reason why I'm also impressed by that as well. This is his third game playing in the NFL.
According to Chief Skull, ex-Viking Jake Browning was not drafted. He was cut 3 times by the Vikings, and he got lucky last night. That's what Chief Skull
Yeah,
says.
well.
Chief Skull also says Jeffrey won the brain cancer walk. Anything with a bun is not a sandwich. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I salute you, Chief Skull. Thank you. Silver Pop says, good afternoon, guys. Randy, can we please get a burn in hell Lakers since the Suns are going to play them tonight? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's that stupid play-in tournament, whatever the hell they're calling it. What they calling it? In-season
it's the
tournament?
in-season tournament, which I still don't really watch for the tournament part of it. I just like basketball, but I have noticed that there's an awful lot more effort for games being played in November, December. And the players actually have, I don't know if they've all bought into it, but enough of them have that the basketball is better.
You know, I would actually say they put the microphone in front of me. If let's say I was on the Suns and I was a good player, and they're like, so I guess you guys you're going to try to win this tournament. Do you care? I was like, yeah, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my $500,000 to pay off all the fines I get going forward, talking crap about these horrible refs. Ding, there's one. I got to win now.
Put a lot of pressure on all of us.
So let the games begin.
Burn in hell, Lakers. Burn in hell, Lakers. Something knocks you out again. Won't be in the postseason, but something knocks you out again. Something knocks you out, so burn in hell.
Postseason, in season, same thing.
It's a classic. Don't worry about it. Silver Pops also says, Jeffrey, on the topic of horrific overtime games, you, sir, as a fan of the Colts, can't really complain about being against an overtime game. Man, that Colts-Titan game, that was dookie. There's no way you saw that. Unless you have a Sunday ticket and nothing else to do, there's every other game that was on at that time, Silver Pops. Unless you're a Colts fan, you didn't see that. You didn't see it. It was not dookie. It just wasn't amazing, you know. Let's see here. Baker's Cocky Hen says, don't forget, Bengals missed a field goal and Boyd threw a pick. Browning set some records yesterday. Okay. I don't know what the records were. Is that just rookie records kind of thing? I don't know.
I don't know, but 354 yards in the air and a touchdown, and then another 22 on the ground and another touchdown is a really good day to me. I don't know.
Quiet Cannon says some good pass plays down the field, overtime, good quarterback play. That was 4 or 5-star entertainment there last night. Biscuits and Gravy says his brother Peter Gruber, he was in Die Hard 3. Oh,
That's
didn't see Die Hard
right.
3. Didn't see that one.
I just don't remember because I watched it the once.
Yeah.
The first one's the best one, so I don't really watch the rest of the series very much.
Mr. Wilbur says, hey, where do you think Bruce Willis learned the phrase, yippee-ki-yay, mother blinker? He learned it from Santa. You must have watched it on TNT. Yeah.
Different. There was this one guy, though, that had this post a few years ago that basically he was apologizing to his wife. He was basically like his kids were jumping off the couch and yelling yippee-ki-yay. And then he just said the rest of the sentence. And now his kids now know a new word. And
there you go.
His wife was not thrilled.
You gotta learn somewhere. Big George agrees that Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I figured you would. Scoozer says actually, Bruce Willis appears to kill Carl by a nifty chain hanging maneuver. But like Terminator, Carl comes back for John only to be terminated by Officer Al. That's a deep dive, Scoozer. A deep dive. Cardinal Art gives me the finger and then laughs about it. He says, "Can I have a double shot of your finest whiskey there, Randy? And maybe a weather forecast at some point." Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, Silver Pop says that they aired the Colts game in place of the Cardinals game because of the weather delay. Oh, wow. I apologize, Phoenix. All right, we'll be back. Hour 2 of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
We're going abroad for the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babbel
and started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
The Sun Devil men's basketball season is fast approaching. Frankie Collins, who drives to the goal, dunks it in. Join the action this year and catch USC, UCLA, Washington, and Arizona when all come to Desert Financial Arena in the final year of the Pac-12 Conference. Collins, great spin move, drives to the basket and lays it in. Get your tickets today by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen the high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
For a limited time, trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE. All on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate Plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime. When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And in the last hour, of course, because that's what we do, we forget things. We didn't give away any of these tickets. We got to give away some of these tickets. We have ASU versus SMU. That's right. SMU is coming to town to play ASU 8 p.m. on Wednesday. I got parking passes and I got tickets. So we forgot to give any away in the last hour. So, you know, I think. Are you busy, Keon? Should we just give them away some right now?
Let's do it.
All right. Caller 3-888-368-1580. You'll have some tickets. If you want 2, you can have 2. You want 4, you can have 4. You'll get a pair of tickets or 4 tickets and a parking pass to go to the ASU basketball game tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So caller 3-888-368-1580. So while Keon takes care of that, we can talk about some more of last night's game. Last night, there was an unexpected timeout that happened when a water boy ran out onto the field. So the Jaguars got, he's not supposed to be out there. So they had to call a timeout to cover it. So here's the thing about that, though, Randy. Doug Peterson says, that was on me. That was my responsibility. That was on me. Yeah. But it really wasn't. And I'll be honest, it wasn't even on the kid. You know who was on? Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram turned and went like this, like, hey, give me some water. But it wasn't a time for water. It wasn't a time where he should be motioning to the kid. The kid is just there with the water. That's his job, to squirt water in people's mouths. So it's not Peterson's fault because he didn't send the kid out. It's not the kid's fault because the guy who he's supposed to make sure he takes care of every thirst need that he has motioned him. So it's Evan Ingram's fault, really. I hope they discuss that this week.
I mean, wait a minute. Was Evan Ingram actually signaling for water?
Yes. He had signaled to the sideline. Hey, I need some water over here.
Huh.
And the water boy's like, oh, here it comes, Mr. Ingram.
And it wasn't a timeout.
Well, it was after the kid ran onto the field. They forced him
kid.
to take a timeout.
That poor kid.
Yeah, I hope he didn't get in trouble. That is not on him. And I get it. The buck stops here. So Doug Peterson is like, that is my responsibility. But in all honesty, it wasn't. It was Evan Ingram. He should know better. He should know better. The minute a kid runs out onto the field, it's timeout. That's just, everybody knows that. So anyways, I appreciate Doug Peterson taking responsibility, but I hope this doesn't blow back on that poor kid. I really
I hope not.
Yeah. I also, this was fun. This actually, once you knew what was going on, and watching the game, I didn't understand it at first. So you're watching a celebration of a touchdown, and everybody was very happy. Joe Mixon scores in a 6-yard run, and then a bunch of guys run in there, and they had a little coordinated touchdown dance. And at the end of that, Orlando Brown Jr. turns to the camera and goes, "Jackass!" And everybody's like, "What?
Why?
What? Yeah, what was that all about?" So after the game, Orlando Brown Jr. is talking to reporters, and they says, "Why jackass?" He goes, "Oh yeah, because I was watching. I was getting ready for the game, and I saw the TV, and they all picked the Jaguars. So I was for the ESPN crew. You jackasses."
So he just said in the camera, "Jackass."
Yeah,
and he meant that for the ESPN crew.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. I you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I've always wondered a lot of times when people are on TV or radio talking about these athletes, if they're sitting there watching it and they're like, "What son of a what the just come what why?"
Well, they've
why
got
are you...
TVs. They've got TVs in the locker room.
Yeah, I would not let the pregame be on in the locker room. You don't need to hear what they're saying.
Why
well,
not?
because they don't know really the ins and outs of what's going on in your locker room. And also, if they all have these bad opinions, you think, oh, bulletin board. But it can also be demoralizing. If you're going to have bulletin board material, it has to be just the right stuff. You
mean for these professional football players? I think it's motivation. I don't think it's.
I wouldn't want to see it
a detriment to the team.
You hope that you hope, and you would think it would be inspirational. But it could get into the wrong guy's head, and next thing you know, he's missing a field goal. Who's the winner of the tickets there, Keon?
That'd be Chosen One.
Chosen One.
All right.
How many tickets did he want?
He got 2.
2 and a parking pass. All right. So I'll just do this and this. Yeah. All right.
So we got 2 more to give away.
We've got 6 more tickets.
Oh my God.
And
Today?
2 more parking passes.
Today?
I'd kind of like to get them done today. Get everybody sorted.
I think we should give away a couple more right now.
No, not right now. We just did it.
We've only got 2 hours left.
We're fine. We're fine as long as I
An
remember
hour left.
again.
We got two hours left. Yeah.
We'll do it again in this hour, and then we'll do it again in the next hour.
I think we should do it right now.
But I don't know. We did know. Poor Keon. He's exhausted. He just had to answer the phone.
Is he? No.
He's worn out.
Just my phone answering hand.
This is
It's
the
very
sexiest
tired.
man in sports talk radio.
Yeah, he
Look how
cramps
young he
easily.
is.
He easily cramps.
What?
I'm
just saying.
I drink way too much water for that to be true.
I'm trying to help you out,
I
Keon.
know.
Holy man!
If you want to go, we'll go. I mean,
No, we're good.
so let's talk about tonight's game. Tonight's game, the Los Angeles Lakers are hosting the Phoenix Suns for the quarterfinals of the stupid tournament. It's in-season tournament. Blech. Here's the thing.
500K apiece for each player.
I want them to win because it's the Lakers. Now I want them to win. After that, I don't care if they all go take a nap. I don't care if they lose the next bunch. I don't care if this is so stupid. I can't stress that enough how dumb this is. But what I want is every time the Phoenix Suns play the Los Angeles Lakers, I want to send them home with an extra L. They already have 2 L's, Los and Lakers. Well, I want the in Angeles. Oh, there's 3 already. I want them to have 4 L's. I want them to go home with a bunch of L's. Are you see what I'm saying here? I want the Phoenix Suns to beat the Lakers every time they play.
Yeah.
And tonight, we have Kevin Durant. Do we have Devin Booker? Yes, we do.
I think we do. Yeah.
Do we have Bradley Beal?
No.
Because they're gonna evaluate.
This is starting for me, starting to be the worst trade in Phoenix Suns history.
It's December.
Yeah, Randy, that's a kind of a jump, man.
It's December.
What do you mean it's a jump?
If he's not ready to go in the playoffs, I will join you.
But so we got this guy to come on our team for the
playoffs? Yes. Because this was already a playoff team. You didn't spend all that money.
I'm sorry. I don't.
To go.
I'm sorry. No.
You spent all that money to get somebody to put you over the top.
No.
That's what you what you traded for. That's what you spent the cash for.
No. Sorry.
Well,
I'm good with it.
In what way?
Well, he hasn't played. He hasn't helped this team. It's
so early in the season.
It's very early in the season. He has a back injury.
I do want to see what we're paying for. I do want to see him get out there and see what everybody else is calling. Coach Ham from the Lakers calls the 3-headed monster, but the 3-headed monster has not appeared yet.
Right.
I want to see it. I do. I want to see it.
And that's my point exactly.
But
I
it's
don't
okay
think
if we don't.
I think you could have done better with somebody else. And I listen. I don't dislike Bradley Beal.
You hate Bradley Beal.
No.
You can't stand Bradley Beal.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. No.
You're putting words in my mouth.
You're
putting words in my mouth that you said I'm putting in your mouth.
Yes, you're putting words in my mouth. Bradley Beal
I'll
is
put
not
something else in your mouth.
Well, you've tried before, and I've shut you down before.
I didn't know you were a light sleeper.
The bottom line is this. Bradley Beal hasn't played. He sits on the bench. He has this ongoing, quote unquote, back injury.
Oh, come on.
And you don't even have to quote unquote it. He actually does.
It's a literal back injury. It's very real.
Quote unquote back injury, and he's not helping the Suns at all.
No,
Meanwhile,
not today.
Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are carrying the load.
Yes, they are.
They are healthier. That's all it is.
We have nothing to debate here because you guys agree with me. Bradley Beal is just a 10-pound weight holding this team down.
I don't believe that.
I think we agree on that because you guys agreed with me that the only guys carrying this team are a KD and Booker.
Well, and I think what we really agree on is you hate Bradley Beal.
No, I don't.
The
I don't
team,
hate him.
if
No.
the Suns never make that trade, they keep DeAndre Ayton, nothing changes.
Yeah.
This team was good enough to go to the playoffs.
Well,
it was already.
And there you go. We could have used that money somewhere else for depth on the bench We could have brought
But
in
you got
somebody
deeper
else.
too.
Well, we didn't get deep. We got a guy that's
We're
gonna
so
sit on the
deep. We're
bench.
quoting Nietzsche, Randy.
No,
we got a guy
In-
that's sitting on
in
the
the-
bench with a quote unquote back injury
In the
and
same
not helping
trade,
this team.
in the same trade,
No,
you
I'm
got so
sorry.
much deeper. You
I
got a
think that-
backup for the guy with the back injury. He's
think
playing pretty well.
I think the fourth
Who's that?
dimension.
It's
agrees
Grayson
with
Allen.
me.
I didn't want to say his name
Yeah, I
because I
don't
don't
like
like to hear
the-
his
the
name.
fourth
I don't like to say
dimension-
nice things about Grayson Allen,
I
but
think
he
the
is
fourth
playing well.
dimension would agree with me. Bradley Beal right now at this point in the
Well,
season.
wait.
Bradley Beal right now.
Well, now you're
is a
qualifying it.
Yeah,
waste
because you didn't.
of money.
Now you're
Waste.
qualifying. We agree with you at this
Waste
moment. But the
of
question is, will
money.
he be there when we really need him? That
No.
is the biggest
I
question.
just you don't
No.
decide whether or not you
No, he
wasted your money in a trade, whether the player plays so far or not, based on 20 games. You just don't.
20
You
games is
paid
a
money.
quarter of the season.
Now,
Come on.
if Bradley
It's
Beal,
82 games
if-
to get to the playoffs.
if Bradley
and,
Beal is
uh,
100%
he's
healthy,
been out. Hey,
and you go to the
when
playoff,
is he gonna
hold
be
on,
100%
hold on. Well,
When?
it's a back injury. They're going to reevaluate it here in a couple of days.
Oh my God.
I just was thrown out a hypothetical. Hold on, let me finish.
Understand.
If he's healthy, even if he's healthy and he chokes in the playoffs, that's still a colossal waste of money. The playoffs is where you will judge whether or not any of the things you did this offseason
So you mean
make
we
sense.
bought a guy to sit on the bench to pay $20 million or whatever it was, and he's going to work not even a quarter of the season?
Even if he does,
Well, you
and
hope,
it works.
yeah.
You know,
not
here's the
even
thing.
not
Yeah,
even a
Keon,
quarter
this
of
is
the
what it's going to
season?
take.
You hope so, but
Keon, it will take Bradley Beal coming back whenever he does, and the three-headed monster becoming real, and then us going deep in the playoffs before Randy will understand or acknowledge that you were right on this.
because I'm willing to join him if he starts playing and he's no good, or if he doesn't ever play. Then I'm right there with you.
Yeah, me too.
but I'm not willing to go there yet. It's December.
Randy, we agree, but not yet.
I've just
Well, I'll tell
I've
you
just
what,
seen
if
too
it
much
goes
basketball.
af-
I've never
it-
seen a team be exactly what they're going to be.
Let me tell you this: if it goes after the All-Star break and Beal is still sitting on the bench, waste of money.
I would still not say that. No, but I would be
I'd
I would
start
be
feeling that.
yeah, I would be much closer to that point. Yeah, because at that when you get past the All-Star break, it's go time. You really don't have
And
time
look,
to play around.
I have nothing against Bradley Beal.
I feel like
but
you
he
hate
has
Bradley
not,
Beal.
He has not contributed to the Phoenix
And-
Suns, and he's not earning his money. And waste
Well, he is.
of
He's rehabbing.
money.
Like
Oh, my
that's
God.
the thing is like how
You know what?
he
Okay.
didn't choose
All
to
right.
get his back injured. Like I just don't know what you want. I just don't. What do you want to say about people who are injured?
He's a professional athlete. He got hurt. I understand that. I have nothing, absolutely nothing against Bradley Beal.
You know what?
It's
Silver Pops makes a very good point. He says, I agree with Randy. When Beal is ready to come back, Booker and Durant are going to have so much wear and tear, they won't have the big three for the playoffs.
That's
That is
what I
a
mean.
possibility, Silver Pops,
what
and
I
I'm
mean.
going to say that's a good point.
I don't think
Booker's
so.
got a hamstring injury, and KD is older. And for me,
Well, he's
if
gonna be even
Beal is
older
still
then.
on the bench after the All-Star break. Waste of money.
I don't know about that, but I will say this: the reason why I don't necessarily agree with Silver Pops with the wear and tear is they're not going to play less when Bradley Beal shows up. The goal is for them to play
Yeah, that's a good
together.
point.
So there's going to be
maybe a few less minutes.
so there's going to be some overlap with your rotations because you're going to maybe bench Durant and keep Beal and Booker on the floor. You're going to rotate them, but the idea that there's wear and tear wouldn't have been there had Beal played. Beal's not a bench player; he's a starter. So
Exactly my point.
they're not taking more minutes that he would have provided. That I just don't get that.
KD and Book can't take nights off, and it doesn't hurt the Suns because Beal is still on the bench.
Hefty
Now,
Lefty
if-
says better hurt now than hurt in the playoffs,
That-
like CP3.
But
That's what I said before. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but see, every time I look at an article about Bradley Beal, and I want to believe the best, please hear me. I want to believe the best about Bradley Beal, but every time I look at an article, still no timeline for Bradley Beal to return
but
to the Suns
that is
lineup.
Generally how back injuries go.
And then when he comes
it's a back.
He's going to be on a minutes, kind of a restriction. So we don't
They
injure
did
him
that
further.
They did that for the other
And
two
then-
stars on this team.
Oh my God! And then if he's not injured, he'll continue to play, and they will extend it out each week.
That's every injury.
Oh my God! And listen, I understand.
What are we saying? I don't understand.
I'm not. I see. I think you think I don't like Bradley.
Oh
Beal.
no, that I don't.
I'm
That was Jeffrey putting words in my. I would
110%. I would love for Bradley Beal to be healthy and help this team right now. There would be nothing more joyous in my heart for us to send the Lakers packing, and I'm so tired of hearing about them, and go on to the finals and win this damn stupid in-season tournament.
I
And just
didn't care
despite
about
the
that.
damn Lakers.
Just beat the Lakers.
But the bottom line is Bradley Beal is not helping us. The end.
Poke your mom wants me to say go Lakers, but I won't do it. Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, get off Bradley Beal's back, okay? And I'll get off your mom. Oops, that didn't come out right.
My mom's dead, and I'm not on Bradley Beal's back.
Actually,
I'm
nothing
on Bradley
nothing
Beal.
should be on Bradley Beal's back.
Yeah,
It's
it's
injured.
Except for a
Nothing
heating
at all.
pad.
Yeah.
Parlay J says, I thought Beal was a steal, but now I don't know how I feel. Well, look at Parlay J. He's
And there you go.
He's
Little
rapping over
poetry.
here.
There you go.
Tuck says,
Bars.
wasting so much time on a topic that doesn't matter. Season doesn't start until March. None of this matters.
This is literally not true. If you are bad in March, you're not making the playoffs. You're not. Season starts in March. Season's already over for a bunch of teams right now.
Look, I
Wizards?
understand.
Well, them among others. Pistons
I-
too, a bunch of other teams. Yeah.
I understand that text. It's like baseball. If you get past the All-Star break
Mhm.
and you're moving on into the spring, and in March, all of a sudden,
Except
your team
for-
is not 100% realized, you're in trouble. I get
Except
that,
for-
and that's what I'm saying.
Except for teams that have had Chris
Except
Paul
for-
on it. For
No, hold on. The Arizona Diamondbacks had a really bad run after the All-Star break in August. They were looking like, oh my God. And
Yeah,
then all
but
of a sudden
September-
they bounced back. So March, April, I mean, whatever, man. It just, once you start sniffing the playoffs, that's the thing. Whether it's March, April, May, I don't know. Wherever it is, you start sniffing the playoffs, Beal had better be ready. He'd better be back and ready to go. That is
Okay,
when it's
so-
really important.
So agree or disagree? If Beal is not playing by the All-Star break, okay, right after the All-Star break, he's not going to be in shape for the stretch run.
I disagree.
I'd give him a little more time. I'd give him a little bit more time, but now you're getting closer to right.
So Keon, you
the
say
All-Star
you
break
disagree.
because the
Why?
All-Star break is in February. So that's still March and April and
Yeah,
a
but
good
it's,
chunk of
it's
May.
middle, late February.
I get that, but that's still 2.5 months
So
to
if-
get
if
into
Beal is
basketball.
not- if Beal's not playing up to February, and we go through the All-Star break, and he's not playing after the All-Star break, how long do you give Beal a chance to get back into shape to play basketball at the NBA level down the damn stretch?
He's got to be back by April.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got to be back.
April.
Yeah.
Oh,
That gives
All right.
him a
All
month
right.
and a half, man.
all right. All
Because
right.
I mean that's about I forget
So
what
then we
the
bought
trade,
this guy
trade deadline
and-
was, but that's about when we plopped Durant into our lineup.
So then we bought this guy, and last year we were saying, Durant's not going to be ineffective until next year. So if Beal comes back in February, you're saying he's going to be effective this year? I don't think so.
I agree. Well, first off, that what Jeffrey was saying that wasn't going to be the idealized team until this year.
Mhm.
But
But
secondly,
it wasn't though.
but
It
but
wasn't.
okay, yes, I agree with that. But where I'm coming from is Durant has more responsibilities on this team. Bradley Beal, and I do think Bradley
He's a
Beal
sniper.
is really good. Bradley Beal is one of my favorite players, and because the Wizards have sucked for so long, he's one of the great Wizards of all time. Just got to put that out there for whatever that means.
Okay, I'll take that.
So
Yeah.
he's still the third option on this team. If Bradley Beal were asked to do everything that the Suns are currently asking Devin Booker to do, I would have a whole lot less faith in this. If they were asking Bradley Beal to do everything they'd ask Kevin Durant to do, I would have a lot less faith in this. But they can bring Beal in more slowly because he's option number 3.
Cardinal Art says it sounds like you're just half-ass missing Beal in Washington.
I never wanted him to trade him. Okay, I like the guy. It's just it was about time for them to blow that team up. So I get it.
When they made the trade for Beal, I thought, oh my God, this is great. They bring in a third sniper. This guy's going to help them out. They're going to have trouble defending this team, and yet here he is. And we're in December, about to go to January, and Beal's still on the damn bench.
Well, we're not about to go. We just started December, so we can't skip the next 20 plus days of it.
I mean,
because he may be back by then.
3 games a week. I mean, that's 12 games basically, and he's still not in the lineup.
You know, this might push you the other way, Randy. Big George agrees with you. It says Bradley Beal is the biggest trade bust since Richie Sexton.
You can't be a bust after 20 games. You can't. It's not possible.
I'm just saying that I don't think Bradley Beal is going to be effective in this lineup till he's fully healthy and he's able to contribute to this lineup. And we'll see that next year. I don't think this year is the year for the Phoenix Suns. And I
again, with 20 games
the
in,
Suns to win. I really do, but I don't think Beal's going to be effective.
We have to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk about the actual game. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower use for adults only.
Hey, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, Phoenix has had over 53 days of 110 degree plus this summer. This last July alone, we had 30 consecutive days of 110 plus. And this summer heat might just be the new normal for summers here in Arizona. What you need to do is call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar could save you over 80% off your electric bills. They're a locally owned, family-owned company. Call Harmon Solar for a free estimate. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January, because you know, mulch. We're cutting prices on your favorite brands this holiday season. Save on Milwaukee, Steel, and Lincoln Electric in-store or at northerntool.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
With all the school supplies your child will need over the years, it can be easy to overlook the most important one of all, money, which is a good reason to open an AZ 529 education savings plan. Whether you invest $15 or $150 a month, your money grows tax-free. By the time your little one is ready for college, vocational school, or workforce training, they'll have all the savings they need to get the job of their dreams. Visit az529.gov to get started.
This message is sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Clean up the text line here. Hefty Lefty says, the Suns want Beal to be Ray Allen from the 08 Celtics. Normal third option, but is primed for a 35-point game in a series, though. Turd Ferguson says, I'll be the third texter. That's not how we were doing it. You got to call in to win those tickets, man. Wilbur wants to know if we can trade Bradley Beal to Portland for a project by the name of Andre Ayton. Tuck says this is nothing new with Beal. He's hurt all the time. Nobody should be surprised by this. You're just hoping that you get him in the right.
Yeah, and that's
timing,
the thing
that's
that,
all.
and maybe because I've probably watched more Bradley Beal than anybody needs to, on account of I had to watch the Wizards more than anybody needs to, but he usually is ready to go by the time the playoffs start. And I do mean the versions of the Wizards that were making the playoffs, not anything that happened in the last 4 years. That was just forget that happened.
Well, before our fight breaks out, let's talk about the game. Bradley Beal not in the game. I think that's what started this whole thing. That's when I said, "Oh, is Bradley Beal playing?"
Yeah.
So the line is tight between these two teams. It's 1.5. That is the spread right there, and the money line is plus 105 on Phoenix. So the Lakers are slightly more favored, and I'm not too worried about that. I think that's a mistake.
And yeah, maybe it's a home court advantage thing because Anthony Davis injured,
Oh, is he? I thought he was in.
I think he's playing, but he's dealing with an adductor injury.
A what?
Adductor.
An adductor?
It's on your thigh. I think it's the muscle that goes.
I didn't know he was a kidnapper.
On the outside.
It's on the outside or the inside of your thigh.
One is the abductor and one is the adductor.
Adductor.
Yeah.
So one is sexy, one not so sexy.
So it's just that if Anthony Davis is not 100%, then I don't know. That would tip things for me.
Well, listen, I just want them to win just because it's the Lakers. Don't care about anything else. Don't care about the tournament. Don't care about the money. I don't care about what's next. All I know is you got the Lakers in front of you. You want to win. And so as Vegas looks at this, they think that it's more likely that the Lakers will win. So, Keon, you tell me why Vegas is wrong. I don't want to hear about anybody being right.
Well, because of the Anthony Davis situation that I mentioned before is why. And also, these have been close games when these teams have played. And I don't believe that any time the Lakers and the Suns have played so far this season, the Suns have had both Booker and Durant.
They have not.
It's been an either or kind of thing. And I actually think it was Durant both times.
Yeah, it was. And then Durant gets all huggy with LeBron James.
Well, they're friends. I'm
against it.
So they're really good friends. They hang out off-season stuff. But I think that with him and Booker, who is turning out to be a really good point guard, in my opinion, like there is a strong case to be made that the person playing the best point guard, the best at point guard in the NBA so far has been Devin Booker. He's a playmaker. I mean, he finds guys and he's able to get them shots that they wouldn't normally be able to get for themselves.
Is that when guys start you saying high basketball IQ?
That's where you start saying it. Yeah. Because he's not just finding guys that are obviously open. He's gotten to the point now where by using his own movement on the floor and the way that you have to pay attention to him as a shooter, he is creating space for other people and then finding those guys. That's the next level that a lot of people really can't do at that position or any position.
I don't want Anthony Davis hurt. I want him to be okay to play because when the Suns beat the Lakers, I don't want there to be any excuses. Right now, the only guys on the injury report is Eric Gordon for the Suns, and that's a game time decision. And the same thing with Gabe Vincent for the Lakers. I know Beal's not playing. I'm just saying these are the only two guys that are maybe not. I want that Lakers team to have their starters. I want them to be beat by our starters, and that's all there is to it. I have no idea what the hell that means.
But they got D'Angelo Russell. They got LeBron out there. Like,
no. I know what that means. I'm talking about Cardinal Art. He says, "I got a paper penny to your wooden nickel. Lakers beat the bums. The Suns, Jeffco. Pour me up one. Don't pour him a drink. Not after that. You get no drink, Cardinal Art."
Well, it's Cardinal Art. I mean,
I don't care.
No.
He's called the Suns the bums.
He didn't mean to call them the bums.
He did. He totally did.
That was a mistake.
was a mistake.
No.
He could have just deleted it.
He
typed that in. He actually typed that,
You know
Randy.
what, Cardinal Art? It's okay. Here's another one.
You can pour him. I'm going to keep knocking him off the bar before they get down to him. He slides
Like
them
you
down.
slide
And I'm
it.
just like a cat. Just
Or
That's
just
all right.
Jeffrey just grabs them and just drinks them.
I could do that.
Just chugs them.
Cardinal Art, come see me at the next remote.
For some reason, Cardinal Art's next text message was middle finger, Randy.
What?
And he's sitting
What
there, he's
the
pouring you
F?
drinks. See what I mean?
He sent me,
Yeah.
Cardinal Art sent me a middle finger?
Now, understand, we are on a 7-second delay.
But you
And then
said
after he gives you the middle finger, and he says, pour me up 2 for our Cardinals, Randy.
No. No. Not pouring you up, Jack.
Yeah. Should have been a little slower on the old middle finger there, Cardinal Art.
I'll pour Keon up before I pour you, Jack.
Hey, you know what? I'll take those 2 drinks, Randy. Thank you. Thank you. He says, oh, it was a typo. It was for you, Jeffco. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
damage has been done.
Yep.
Damage done, Cardinal Art. You know, I don't understand.
Cardinal Art says, I'm burning in hell, Rando. I apologize.
You're
Please.
damn right you're burning in hell.
Randy's angry today.
No, I'm not. Cardinal Art just gave me the middle finger
He
after
did.
That's true.
He totally
No,
did.
I'm not
You
angry.
can check the text line. I'm not making
No,
this up.
no, I don't need to check anything.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Big George text in middle finger. He says, that one's directed at Ralph.
It'll be waiting for him when he gets here.
Yeah, I mean, directed at the Lakers. I mean, Ralph's not a bad guy. He just, you know what it
No,
is? I
it's
remember
for liking the Lakers. That's what I assume.
when me and my buddies, we were like 11 and 12 years old, and we get into neighborhood trouble, and then there'd be a meeting of the moms around my mom's kitchen table. I always heard this phrase that always kind of stuck in my head. They're not bad boys. They just do bad things.
Yeah,
And-
Ralph's not a bad guy. He just roots for bad teams.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. He just has this weird thing about.
I could tell you this much: in as much time as I've known Ralph,
Mhm.
he has never shown me the middle finger ever.
Yeah, Cardinal Art has.
Cardinal Art.
You know what I'm going to do?
And he
On
took
the
that
other hand-
personally.
Just so we never forget, I'm going to copy that middle finger and put it right next to his name
Oh dear God!
in the system.
I just don't understand. I give my
There it
life
is.
and soul to these Cardinal fans, and this is the thanks I get.
So now every time, if I'm out, which I intend to be quite a bit, but when I'm not here and Cardinal Art sends a text message to the show, you're going to see that middle finger right next to his name.
I am severely injured by this. I am. This is this is something that has hurt me deeply, deeply.
Cardinal Art is an accomplished alcoholic, though. Every text he sends, he's apologizing, sorry, everything, and also followed by pour me up a drink. Pour me up a drink.
No,
How about a drink?
you
He
get
says-
no drinks until 2024, Jack.
Back to regular scheduled program. Randy, pour you up a one on me. And my bad. Pour me up a drink.
Who is that?
That's Cardinal Art.
No.
Chief Skull says Cardinal Art's middle finger will live on. It will now, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could put emojis next to people's names. That opens up a lot of things if I knew how to make other emojis. I don't even know how to make the middle finger emoji. I just copied and pasted it off of Ralph's text. So I don't know. All right, so we do you think the Suns are going to win tonight? Is it? I think it should be a good game, right?
I would pick the Suns. I do think it's going to be a good game.
It's on kind of late though, isn't it? It's on at 8. I mean, I know it's 7:00 for California, but most of the people in California don't have to get up work the next day. We do. So they should have done it at a time that made sense to us. I mean, isn't most of California unemployed right now?
Yes.
That doesn't seem fair at all.
I agree.
T-Licious says, I just made a $50 parlay bet on the Suns game to win $1,050. He says, let's go Suns and F the Lakers, as always.
Yes.
Wow, $50 to get you $10.50. Can I see the bet? I'm just kind of curious how you bet that game. I mean, I would imagine there's a certain amount of points that Durant or Booker will make, or who makes the first three, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if it's going $50 into a $1,050 win, that's going to be what, 5 legs? Maybe more. I don't know. T-licious. I want to see you, if you don't mind. I want to see your bet. Big George says, Randy, I would never give you the middle finger.
Big George.
He says,
thank you.
unless you need it as a transplant, you're my guy. Can you imagine getting
Well,
7-foot
my,
Big George's middle finger? It's like,
that would be
you're-
amazing.
this is what your middle finger would look like. I don't know if you can.
Well, it would
It's
be
like this.
enormous.
You would be
It
able to
out
wave
here,
at somebody and still
can't
give them
even-
the finger. Like if you were just,
I mean,
like
hey,
that.
Big George, thank you very much. Thank you, Big George.
Your other fingers would be spread like that. This giant middle finger, this
Doesn't matter.
giant kielbasa sausage.
You know, I knew a dude that had he had surgery on his middle toe, and it always looked freaky like that. It always looked like that. Yeah.
Well, you don't usually see people's toes, so you know.
Well, this guy wore flip flops all the time.
If you'd had your middle toe removed and then replaced, would you be wearing flip flops a lot? I don't know if I
Hell
would.
yeah. Hell yes, I would. Yes.
Can you transplant a finger from somebody to
Damn
somebody
right
else?
you can. Yeah.
Really?
You
Like,
can
I-
almost transplant anything. Somebody did some sort of like a face transplant somewhere.
Oh yeah, that lady who got her face ripped off by
Oh,
a
yeah.
chimp.
Yeah.
You didn't
There
hear
you
about
go.
that, Ken?
no.
Oh, good God. This is 10,
Oh,
15
yeah.
years ago. This woman,
Yeah.
she's like, I've got a chimp. And she's like, this is my chimp. Oh, like it bull diapers and stuff. And finally, the chimp just had enough of her crap and just ripped her face off. And she's like, I don't want the chimp anymore. And I wish
No,
I
it's
had a
more like,
face.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
she was jacked.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
she lived. And then later on, they gave her a face transplant. I don't know what happened to her after
Chimps
that.
are known for just like ripping faces off, though.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
I have not heard that specific story, but ooh.
I think she was in Paris or something. But
That's why Jeffrey's got a kangaroo, not a chimp.
yeah. Well, I share custody of a kangaroo with
Oh, yeah.
Boogie. Schrock. Schrock the
Schrock.
kangaroo. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a look at T-Licious and his $50 into $1,050 parlay. All right. So let's all discuss if we think this is going to hit. Player points. Kevin Durant over 30.5. Ooh. Should, but that's
he averages 31 a game, so you're
Yeah.
right there on the line.
Yes.
I don't know if I had to push that out that far up. I maybe would have gone 25 on the parlay. But
Yes.
all right, Kevin Durant over 30.5 for the game. Devin Booker over 31.5 for the game. When one
Yes.
scores 30 plus, does the other? I mean, is there a balance there? Do they both average that
They have done it before, but
in the same game together?
yeah, but
Okay.
it's rare. Especially this version of Devin Booker that's getting other guys involved. So that's a tough one.
And if he's point guarding it, he may have a lower score in this game. Player 3-pointers, Devin Booker over 2.5 and Kevin Durant over 2.5. Wow.
They both shoot a lot of them. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
just- though they're just games where Durant just won't shoot a three. Like if that's not what the defense gives him, I guess that's not what he's going to take.
Okay. And then the last part, and I was right, it's a 5-leg parlay. Booker over 8.5 assists. Yeah,
So
I'd say
that's another one that's
yeah.
right on the line. He averages about 8.5. Yeah.
Really, even as he's playing point guard. I figured he'd have more than that right now. If he's playing point guard.
No, because I mean, at that point, you'll have games where you're over 10, and then you'll have games where it's about 7 or 8. Yeah.
Look at
It's really too
T-Licious.
bad that Beal's not in the lineup tonight.
Shut up, Brandon. T-Licious, that's great. Thank you for showing us. It's a $50 stake plus 2,000 are the odds. So the possible payout, 1,050. I like how T-Licious also slips in at the bottom there. You can see his NFL MVP winner for the Brock Purdy. He put in $25 at plus 2,000 to win 525. Yeah. That'll be a nice one. That's a good bet right there. But I don't know if I'm as confident in T-Licious bet as I was that one last Thursday. But I'll say this is a good bet, but this is going to keep you stressed. This
Yeah.
is
you better be
pushing the
watching
limits
in the
bet.
fourth quarter because that's when it'll be decided.
Yeah, I like it. I do like it. But I don't know if I'd be brave enough to do that. 888-368.
Not with 50, no.
1580. Yeah, $50. Yeah, $5 maybe.
Yeah, 50. Ooh, that's a different.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, I don't know what the hell we're doing. I got a bunch of assorted sports stuff that we need to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
I have lots of fragrance lovers on my list, and Ulta Beauty has all I need to add joy to their holiday season. Shop your favorite fragrances from YSL, Carolina Herrera, Valentino, and Ariana Grande's new exclusive Cloud Pink scent. Plus, with a fragrance purchase of $70 or more, get a plush robe or throw, valued at $70, while supplies last. Shop the gifts that bring joy to everyone on your list this holiday season, especially you. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
O'Reilly. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Holiday Gift Guide is here. If you're struggling with gift ideas, we have several options for gifts under $20, like a digital tire gauge, screwdriver sets, LED work lights, and more. Our professional parts people will help you pick out the perfect gift for that hard-to-buy-for person. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When life gets overwhelming, but you just don't feel like talking, help is only a text away. Trained and caring crisis specialists are available by text 24/7 to assist with suicidal thoughts, substance use issues, depression, anxiety, and more. You are never alone. When you need help, please text HOPE to 4HOPE. From anywhere in Arizona, text the word HOPE to 44673. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
Looking for that perfect gift that will make her eyes light up like a winter wonderland? Look no further than me, Diamond Dave of Desert Wholesale Diamond, the 4th generation diamond importer. Diamond Dave here, and we bring you the lowest wholesale diamond prices and exceptional service, making your buying as easy and smooth as possible. With our incredible selection of top quality diamonds, you can capture the spirit of the season and give a gift that will shimmer with memories for a lifetime. From stunning engagement rings to sparkling necklaces and earrings, we have the perfect present for this holiday season. Make this holiday season truly unforgettable by choosing a diamond from me, Diamond Dave. We offer the highest quality and craftsmanship for an exceptional value. Come visit me and everyone at Desert Wholesale Diamond today to create precious memories that will shine bright for years to come.
Call Diamond Dave at 480-397-2450. That's 480-397-2450. Or follow him on Instagram at Diamond Dave, KANTOR.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
If it's local, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic. The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Let me clean up the text line here. Coom says, if LA gets going to Staple Arena around 4, they'll be parking at 7 p.m. Oh, that's why he's saying that they got to have the game that late. Well, who cares? They're all unemployed, so it doesn't matter. Chief Skull says, if you put Big George's middle finger emoji next to his name, would it fit? It'd probably go up 3 different textures above him. So we can't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Wilbur says, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage switch faces. Remember that? Oh, yeah. Face Off. That was a silly movie. Did you ever see Face Off?
No.
So one of them's a good guy, one of them's a bad guy. And the bad guy orchestrates this thing where he captures the good guy. They switch faces.
John Travolta was a bad guy.
Yeah. And they switch faces and then they have to act like each other. And they actually do a pretty good job. It's a pretty fun job of acting, but it's a silly, stupid movie. But if you haven't seen it, you should. Just
okay. Yeah, I've heard of it.
I got to see Saturday Night Fever. You got to see Face Off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
You got to see it. At least just go watch a few clips of it, and you'll see John Travolta might be the better actor than Nicolas Cage. I don't know. Who's better? They're both bad. They're both bad. I don't know. Hefty Lefty says, I'm excited to see Vando back on the court. for his defense. Great early season test for him to match up with Durant.
Vando.
I don't know. You know what? Hefty Lefty burning hell Lakers. We got to move on. Enough of your nonsense. Let's talk about this. Congratulations to JJ Van Neal, the volleyball coach for the ladies over there at ASU. It's been named Region Coach of the Year. Just a little late. Kind of seems flat now, but all right. Anyway, he was named the AVCA Pacific South Region Coach of the Year. First time in the history of ASU that a coach has won that for volleyball. He came in and just turned this whole program around, and now they're killing it. They have the highest win total in program history.
How about that?
Just it's great. It's great volleyball because that'll fill the seats. Hey, the Heisman candidates were announced yesterday. I know we're going to do college football dance party recap at 5:20, but you got Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr., and Marvin Harrison Jr. That's what I said. Anyway, but no Caleb Williams. No Caleb Williams. I guess he didn't get enough votes. You have to have 870 votes or more.
He's a whiny little diva. Yeah.
So, all right. So who's going to win, Keon, and who should win?
Boy.
Michael Penix.
Michael Penix Jr. is definitely up there, but I'm still.
This is
still got to think about Jaden Daniels, man. Like he's just been ridiculous.
First time in Heisman history that there's two guys whose names end with an X.
Michael Penix.
I don't know if it's true, but I'm saying it as if it is.
I mean, it would be odd if it happened a ton of times. So I can't tell you that you're wrong.
Why are you whispering? What? Why are you whispering?
Randy's trying to influence my decision. I don't know. I'll probably still go back and forth on it, but
Marvin Harrison Jr. Could he win?
He could win.
He's crazy good.
He is insanely good. I just don't see them giving it to a non-quarterback in the year where Penix, Nix, and Daniels all had just numbers that were off the charts good. So it's just I don't see them giving it to Marvin Harrison Jr. So unfortunately,
say Michael
Penix.
Why are you
I'm not just going to say it.
He's
though,
not
because
that easily shifted.
I didn't say anything.
Jaden Daniels, man,
you're like a
Jaden
field
Daniels
of corn.
He's not the winner. Michael Penix. I don't know what you're talking about.
The field of corn wasn't even this annoying.
I don't even.
No, they won't. They won't.
Yes, they will.
Hefty Lefty says volleyball fills 98,000 seats in Nebraska. That's Nebraska. They have nothing to do. Nothing. Can we get back to the Heisman trophy? So who do you think should win? Who should be the winner, Keon? You have to decide right now.
My gut says Jaden Daniels.
All right, so Jaden Daniels.
What?
Who do you think they're going to vote for?
I think it's going to be Michael Penix Jr.
Interesting.
Finally.
Mm-hmm. Because LSU, while good, they lost 4 games this year. And
Jaden Daniels cannot win.
That'll keep you out of it.
He cannot win the Heisman. It's going to be Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah, but Michael Penix Jr. has been playing for 7.5 years or something.
Care.
I don't think that's
for
true.
almost a decade.
He's going to win.
Isn't he about to start his 7th year?
I actually do not think so.
He's starting his 27th year at Washington. He's going to win.
Hefty Lefty thinks Florida State should get the Heisman.
No.
All right. So Michael Penix Jr., if he wins, does this now mean he will go first in the NFL draft?
No, because that's not how they decide it. And you can be a great college player and not have all of the tools necessary to be a pro.
That's not true. We've never seen that happen before.
I think
if you win the Heisman, only Arizona will take you number 1 overall.
I know you're joking, but Tim Tebow. So
no, I mean, we've got people here that who came to play for the Cardinals. A handful of them.
Which of?
Go back in time. He's one of the talking heads on your college shows.
That's
you
right.
love so
that's
much.
right. Matt Leinart. Who's the other one?
There you go. Yeah.
Who's the other one?
Kyler Murray.
Oh my God. Kyler Murray and Matt Leinart don't even belong in the same
Didn't Josh Rosen win
sentence.
You won a good citizen award or something. No. Anybody who wins an award.
Yeah, maybe if you won an award for being a decent guy, but he didn't win anything for being a Heisman.
He won an award for having a hot tub in his room in college.
He did. He did have that.
Yeah. It was inflatable, but still props. All right. So you think it should be Michael Penix Jr., but you think it will be Jaden Daniels.
No,
backwards.
Penix.
I think it should be Jaden Daniels, but I think Michael Penix, by virtue of just being on the better team, is going to win the
Randy, we get it. We heard you. It's very clear. We don't need to
being on the better team and putting up monster numbers.
Penix Jr. Michael Penix.
Poor Bo Nix. Poor Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
He's like last place. So it'll be Bo Nix, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix Jr.
I think that's how it's going to go.
It's Michael Penix, Bo Nix.
I've given up.
Harrison, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I know you can't always get what you want in the voting. I get it.
That's the way it's going to be.
I give up too. I don't know. So I guess we'll just see who they figure out on Saturday then, right?
Well,
Saturday is when they'll announce this.
No, I could just go ahead and announce it now.
I mean,
if you want me to, I could announce the Heisman Trophy winner right now.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Congratulations. You are the Heisman Trophy winner of 2023.
No. Michael Penix.
Bo Nix, you win.
No, damn it.
It should have been
Michael
Andrew
Penix.
Luck. You should have won.
Andrew Luck is too old.
He was second place to Cam Newton.
No. Michael Penix Jr.
I've heard Michael Penix Jr. is pretty good.
What?
Hefty Lefty says it should be split. So it says Michael Bo Penix on the trophy.
No. Just Michael Penix Jr.
I like Hefty's idea.
No, I don't.
Michael Bo Penix. Yeah.
No.
Hamilton Porter says Jordan Travis for Heisman. Obviously, he was the most important football player this year.
I've heard people saying that because Jordan Travis, because he's not going to be playing, Florida State isn't going to be in the college football playoff. That is one reason given as to why they're not going. He's a very important player on that team. He is their quarterback, but he also didn't play enough games to win the Heisman.
Random Texter says Marvin Harrison Jr. is the only non-transfer player. You are correct. All these quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr., they all played at least 5 college seasons, and they're transfer quarterbacks.
Penix.
How many seasons should you be allowed to have? I mean, it gets kind of crazy. Well, Michael Penix Jr. is about to do 7th year.
No, he's not.
Penix.
I read somewhere he's played 18 years.
Who told you that?
In college.
Michael Penix Jr.
changed his name once, came back.
Is in year 5.
Change his name.
Change his name.
I don't know.
He's about ready to get Medicaid. He's been in college so long.
But I do think that there are guys that are still using because they got an extra year for COVID. And you're allowed to transfer if you graduate. If you're a graduate, you can just go to whatever school you want to.
If you graduate, you should not be allowed to play anymore.
Well, no, because if you graduate, you could still go to graduate school. So you would still be a college student.
You know what you should do? You should have a special league just for the graduate students.
There wouldn't be enough
nerds running around out there.
There wouldn't be
We can
enough.
call it Canadian football.
And it wouldn't be a bunch of nerds because there are definitely, Joe Burrow was a graduate transfer. Well, not a transfer, but he did do his graduate work at LSU, giving him that 5th year.
Hefty Lefty says he's the perfect age to be a freshman at BYU. See, yeah, you're right.
Who?
that dude went on a Mormon mission joke. Well done, Hefty Lefty. I saw that.
You were seen.
Hefty's writing jokes at different levels over here. Hamilton Porter, thank you for that. Let's see. Cheese Skull says, John Travolta had a good bad guy look, but then you hear his girly voice, and it's kind of a big no. No, I think he can pull it off. Sometimes when you've got a face like that, and then all of a sudden the voice is a little bit tender, but he does have the good bad guy look. I think he's played a pretty good bad guy. I don't know in what, but I've seen pictures.
He was in there was a movie called The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, and he hijacks a train in New York. And
That
I
was
wouldn't
John
say
Travolta. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure John Travolta and Denzel Washington.
I know he was in that one with Kurt Russell and the nuclear bomb with Christian Slater and all that back in like '95. Howie Long was in that movie, and he it was silly. He was the main bad guy, and he was executive decision or something like that. And it was it was so dumb. It was so campy. He ruined the entire movie, to be honest.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah,
it was John Travolta in the movie. I wouldn't say it's a great movie, but
you saw that one? I watched part of it, and it was him in Taking the Pelham 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was an executive something. Like I said, Broken Arrow. It's completely off. Broken Arrow. Thank you, Snoozer. Appreciate
It had
that.
nothing to do with the trains.
No, it was on. It ended on a train. Broken Arrow ended on a train where Christian Slater
Arrow
and they
ended
were
on a
fighting
train?
over a nuke bomb, and it went right through John Travolta. The missile went right through him.
Oh, come on.
That's how that damn movie ended.
That wasn't on a train.
I got to go back and look. I'm pretty sure I'm right. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 Fanatic. One more hour after this. Come on back.
No way it was on a train.
It was
Do you
on a train.
struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialist, located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles for 44 years. And we're offering our fall inspection on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Also, our brake service inspection, recommended every year to prevent repairs and ensure top performance. For guaranteed family touch service, contact us at 602-246-2881. Highly rated by Google. Online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention the Fanatic to get 10% off.
I have lots of fragrance lovers on my list, and Ulta Beauty has all I need to add joy to their holiday season. Shop your favorite fragrances from YSL, Carolina Herrera, Valentino, and Ariana Grande's new exclusive Cloud Pink scent. Plus, with a fragrance purchase of $70 or more, get a plush robe or throw, valued at $70, while supplies last. Shop the gifts that bring joy to everyone on your list this holiday season, especially you. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
Time for some smart saving. Put money aside, not your child's future education.
I'm Arizona State Treasurer Kimberly Yee. The sooner you start an AZ 529 education savings plan, the more money you'll have when your little one graduates high school. Invest just $15 a month and you could have thousands of dollars saved for their education needs. Go to az529.gov so when it's time to achieve their dreams, they can.
Now that's smart saving. Sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
If you're rolling over your 401k to an IRA soon, but not sure if you want to go all in on this crazy market, here's what many retiring professionals are doing. How about a safe and secure IRA offering a contractually guaranteed 10% income bonus that grows 7% annually guaranteed? Your income can double in 10 years. Meanwhile, neither your principal nor your retirement income is ever subjected to a market downturn. Even if the market crashes by 50%, you get the 10% bonus. Your income keeps growing at 7%, and your principal may grow without losses uncapped. You go up with the index, never down, forward, never back. Get a 10% income bonus with a 7% contractually guaranteed growth rate. I compare over 1,200 annuities with a fiduciary duty and can help you retire and stay retired.
Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. Visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third
hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1. Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Becky on Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale. Gonna have to clean up all these John Travolta texts, and then we'll get on to all this random sports stuff that we got to talk about. Swuzman says, Travolta in Pulp Fiction, he was a good bad guy in that. He was a great bad guy in that, yeah. Hefty Lefty says, now Travolta is a Santa Claus on TV.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the character development should be commended. T-Licious does confirm that Broken Arrow did end on a train, Randy. Yeah, I just looked it back up to
on a train,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, at the end, they take the nuke off the plane and put it on a to, and then there's a big fist
because
fight.
The plane crashed, right? So they had to.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
I think I think I remember that now. Yeah. All right.
Swave Dave says, "What do you think of Travolta in Pulp Fiction?" Yeah, we just said, yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, the role was suited to his personality. The character that he had come up with. Chief Skull says you should give out the Harmon Trophy. It looks like the Heisman, but with Ralph's face on it for the winner of the Harmon Solar Fan Pick'em contest.
Ralph's face?
We actually did try to commission that, but nobody wanted to sculpt his face. So you're going to get a check. You're going to get a check.
Yeah.
Wilbur says, why does sports always get in the way of us talking about movies? I love talking about movies. Forrest Gump is the new Bradley Beal, and all of a sudden his back is healed, and Forrest leads the Phoenix Suns to the NBA championship.
What do you mean in like March?
Yeah, none of that happened in that movie, Wilbur. But okay, that's fine.
Ron Bradley.
I know how to distract Randy. Let's talk baseball. First things first, let's just go down all the winter meeting rumors and the stuff that's going on there.
All right.
This is official. The Dodgers have met with Shohei Ohtani. That has actually happened, but it's not the only persons that Ohtani has met with. Donnie, I don't know if he was making this up or not, but Donnie reported that Shohei Ohtani was seen at Sky Harbor Airport. I think that could just be wishful thinking on his part, but he said it.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, he might be here in Phoenix, and the Giants, the Giants brass are meeting with Shohei, the Dodger brass meeting with Shohei, Yankees, but the team I think that Shohei's going to end up with is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays. I'll be honest with you.
Keep an eye on that then.
I think that's something that you should watch. I think Shohei is somebody that feels like maybe Toronto is the place to be, and that team is, short a bat and a pitcher, and Shohei might feel like he can contribute to a world championship there in Toronto.
The White Sox have signed a veteran right-hander Eric Fedde, 2-year deal, $15 million. Red Sox are trying to find a starting pitcher and an infielder, but they're also talking about some sort of a trade, and the name Yoshinobu Yamamoto comes up.
Well, he's a guy from the Japanese league. If they get,
I figured
if they get Yamamoto, this guy is a somewhat of a stud. I've never watched him play, but I can only tell you what the experts say. And this guy is he's an amazing pitcher, and this would be a huge pickup for Boston.
So they're saying that the Cubs are still maybe working on Ohtani. For a minute there, somebody was saying they weren't, but Jed Hoyer is like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So the Guardians, they've won the draft lottery.
All right. I don't understand that, but okay. So the Guardians are going to get the first overall pick.
Yep, next summer. Let's see here. Devil Rays, they've made a move. Right-handed reliever Chris Davinsky and Tampa Bay Rays are in agreement on a 1-year contract with a club option.
All right. Well, congratulations to them. Pitching always a premium for these major league teams. Even if this guy could throw less than 50 innings a season. If this guy comes in, in relief and can shut down another team, well, they've earned their money, and he's earned his money, and congratulations to them. So
Kirby Yates signed a deal with the Rangers, and so now a 1-year deal. He'll be with them.
Rangers not going big this year. They just won the World Championship. They have a pretty good nucleus. They got some free agents out there, and I think maybe the Diamondbacks might pick up on some of the Rangers free agents. We'll have to wait and see.
Now, Christopher Morel, his name has come up in a possible trade for Tyler Glasnow between the Cubs and the Rays. That's something that has popped up. Let's see here. Here's the thing. The Angels are saying that no way in hell we're trading Mike Trout. So they want to continue to waste his career. So Mike Trout, I guess, is not an option if they're looking to trade.
Well, I mean, part of that is Mike Trout's decision to stay there. Mike Trout certainly could play for any team in the MLB. He could play for the American League. He could play for the quality teams in the National League. He could move anywhere. But the bottom line is, right now, the Angels have controlling interest, and they're not going to move Mike Trout. They're going to continue to pay his contract, which was one of the richest in baseball.
So basically, Ohtani is getting a lot of free dinners. The Braves and the Blue Jays and the Dodgers and maybe even the Diamondbacks have had a conversation. So we don't know for sure yet. So Dylan Cease and the Orioles, did they make that deal? I thought I saw that they made a deal, or they're getting ready to.
I didn't see that. Dylan Cease is a guy that he's relatively young. He's a guy that is a great pitcher. Is a guy that could be your a starter. He could be a spot reliever. This is a guy that's very functional and somebody that one of these teams wants to pick up. This is one of the guys I was thinking maybe the Diamondbacks need to get, but I'm not sure they're going to do that. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But Dylan Cease, a guy that has a high 3 ERA average, somebody that can come in and be a number 3 starter. It could be a long reliever. We'll have to wait and see what happens as they work out the details.
So this from the that'll go well department. The Brewers are closing in on this giant deal with prospect Jackson Chourio. He's 19 years old, and they're saying they may have a deal with him that's close to $80 million. How could that go wrong to give a 19-year-old $80 million?
Well, being a youngster,
8-year, $80 million deal.
Yeah, they'll have to see how this guy progresses in the minor leagues. Certainly not going to be somebody that comes up to the major league team. But this kid, 19 years old, I mean, I can think of many major leaguers that came up in their teens but
$80 million for 8 years. The last time you saw anything close to that was Lewis Robert, who had a 6-year, $50 million deal in 2020, but everybody was crazy during COVID.
Well, I mean, keep in mind that there's been a lot of 18, 19-year-old kids that have come up and have made an impact, and we'll have to see what this kid does in spring training and if he's going to be on the big team or if he's going to develop and kind of simmer on one of the minor league teams as they progress through the season.
It always gives me pause when somebody that young gets handed that big of a check. I've just been informed that we forgot to give away tickets in the last hour. So now I got to give away a lot of tickets in this hour. Let's do it right now. Pair of tickets and a parking pass. Hey, 4 tickets and a parking pass. If you have more friends, we can make that happen. They can either have 2 tickets and a parking pass or 4 tickets and a parking pass, whatever they need. Keon, take care of them. Caller 4 right now, 888-368-1580 to get a pair or a quattro of ASU versus SMU tickets. The game is 8 p.m. tomorrow night, so we can get those tickets transferred to you. Don't worry, you don't have to come pick them up. But 2 tickets and a parking pass or 4 tickets and a parking pass, 888-368-1580. and good luck to you. Hefty Lefty says, if Ohtani goes to the Blue Jays, it would still be a $1 billion Canadian.
Well, there's a lot of talk about how much he's going to make.
He's asking about the exchange. He says, would it be 1 billion Canadian? In the exchange, yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Canadian money is not really worth what it used to be.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do know this. Shohei seems to be interested in Toronto. I'm not sure why, and there seems to be some inroads there. The Dodgers, everybody says the Dodgers are the favorites, but I kind of feel like maybe Shohei is going to do something different.
I know
we'll
why.
have to wait and see.
I know why. I know why Ohtani wants to go to Canadian.
Why?
Free healthcare, Randy.
Well, there is that. Yeah.
And clean air.
I don't think he's going to pay for any healthcare. I don't
clean
think he paid
air,
for
free healthcare.
Well, there's
you
that,
can get
yeah.
puppers.
Mm-hmm. Tim Hortons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying, there's a lot of good reasons to go to Canada.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Although you have to live with a bunch of them Canadians.
Hockey.
They're up to something.
Well, yeah.
Fish Tank says Ohtani is obviously a great player, but do you actually want your team to give him $500 million?
Well,
it's over time.
Well, so many people think that he's worth that. Again, on this very program, I keep saying that he's a media darling, and I don't know, after the second Tommy John surgery, how effective is he's going to be on the pitching mound? Is this guy now a one-dimensional player, or is he still a two or three-dimensional player? Is this guy going to be something that can come up, now that he's had the Tommy John for 2 times, come up and recover and be a quality pitcher for your team? Or is he just going to be a DH and an outfielder, as kind of a spot starter guy? And are you willing to pay $500 million to this guy to have him on your team? That's the big question, I think, for everybody. If I'm the Diamondbacks, I'm not touching it. I'll give the guy $300 million, but I'm not going to give him $500 million. Not till he can get on the mound and prove to me he's able to be as effective a pitcher as he was before. And I don't know that he can.
Flappy Max is great show today. Missed you, Randy. What's the over-under on your ticket giveaway today, Jeffrey? Well, yeah. We always forget things. You would have thought under, but we're getting it taken care of, Flappy Max. We've got a winner on the phone right now, and then we'll have another opportunity for somebody to get a pair of tickets and a parking pass here in a little bit. Chief Skull says it's simple. Shohei loves poutine.
Well, that could be. Yeah. He's Japanese, and maybe he's never experienced poutine. And so, that's a big selling point for him and the Toronto Blue Jays.
What's poutine again?
It's like French fries with gravy on it.
Why don't you just call it French fries with gravy?
It's not like that. Big George can tell you. It's
like Big George likes to go to Canada. I don't know why.
Well, yeah.
Hey, who's the winner there, Keon?
So he hasn't texted into the show before, but he gave me the texter nickname that he will be using when he does start texting in, and that's Bad Grad.
Bad Grad.
Bad Grad.
Yeah, like bad graduate. Did he explain it to you?
Well, yeah, it's actually based on his last name. Yeah.
No. His last name is bad?
No.
Oh. His last name is Grad?
Well, it has grad in it.
His last name's got grad in it.
We don't have to understand it. We just have to respect it. So Bad Grad, congratulations. How many tickets did he take?
He got 2 and a parking pass.
All right. So that means we've got 4 tickets and a parking pass left. We will do that here in a little bit. Keep listening for your chance to win ASU tickets as they play the SMU tomorrow. SMU is visiting ASU 8 p.m. Tomorrow night. Big George, he's like, yeah, poutine's amazing. It's French fries. Okay. It's French fries.
There you go.
With cheese curds and an amazing brown gravy. It's delightful.
They got the cheese curds.
You didn't say anything about cheese curds. I meant
that changes some things. About that. Yeah.
Bottle
I've never
51
been to Canada.
says no, it's tater tots, cheese, fried cheese curds, onions, and brown gravy. Oh,
What do you
I don't
mean,
want any onions
onions?
in there. No,
No
Probably-
onions.
probably
Can I
kick the
pick them
onions
out
of
or
You just can the onions.
this whole thing is getting weirder? I think you might have lost me on the
Yeah.
onions. I'm not thrilled about
Yeah.
the tater tots being in there.
Well, I mean, if they're good tater tots, I mean, come on, Jeffco. If they're the crispy
Crunchy? Yeah.
outside, got that nice crunch, but they're nice and soft on the inside. Come on,
Mhm.
Jeffco.
No, I don't know. I'm not a big tater tot fan. And pickle D, I can't read that. It's poutine. It's not what you just put there. He says, I love not poutine. He goes, no, it is something different. It is. It's something different.
It's very
Something
different.
like tangy
Oh.
at the end.
Oh, it's green onion. I like green onion, Bella 51. He says, yeah, it's just green onion for decorating. Okay.
Why'd they got to decorate my food, man?
I don't know. Chicken Stiffy says, hey, if you call yourself bad, that means you're not. If you don't know that, Chicken Stiffy, just because you called yourself Chicken Stiffy doesn't mean we think you can get one. He says there's no tots or onions in poutine. It's just fries, curds, and gravy. All right.
Yeah, but see, somebody else just shot you down by
Well, maybe
saying
it was fancy.
It is, by the way, tater tots.
Razor Sharp is here. He says 9-3 Lions, baby. Thank you, Razor Sharp. Hey, remember that idiot who got himself? He was getting recorded, and he picked a fight with Mike Tyson. Well, he really didn't pick a fight. He was just getting on his nerves on an airplane.
Oh yeah, probably.
And,
Yeah.
and finally, Mike Tyson, who took a picture with him, was being very cool to him. Finally, had enough of his drunken nonsense.
Yeah.
and popped him in the face. And the police were like, once they heard the story, they're like, "Yeah, you're good. You're free to go, Mr. Tyson." And this idiot, go sober up. And well, now that guy has come back and he's suing Mike Tyson for $450,000.
Well, of course he is. I mean,
yeah, they're not paying. It's a shakedown, and the attorney for Mike Tyson says, "No, there'll be no shakedown payment. We'll go to court on this. If you go to court on that and you show the judge, or if there is a jury in a civil matter, the video of this guy messing with Mike Tyson and all the chances he had, there's no way they award him a dime. No way."
yeah. Well, I mean, the defense attorney is going to show the part where Mike Tyson's punching him.
Yeah.
And then Mike Tyson's, counselor is going to show the entire video where this nut job was hollering over the seat at him and taunting him and continually antagonizing him. And he was being cool about it. And then they finally had enough and just punched him right in his melon.
But there is one little issue, and this is Mike Tyson's own fault. Afterwards, somebody got a camera in front of him, and Mike Tyson, I guess, started to feel kind of bad about it. And he admitted on national television that he punched the guy and that he shouldn't have done that. He's, I probably shouldn't have done that. Being irritated by a fan is not a legal defense, says the other guy's lawyer. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting case. I mean,
Yeah, but
he feels bad. He's like, oh, gee, I wish I hadn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
But even if you abuse or harass somebody verbally, you are still doing that. And so he was harassing Mike Tyson. At a certain point, Mike Tyson might feel bad about it afterwards. Like if I'm defending my home, someone comes into my house and I shoot them, I might feel bad about it. Doesn't mean I committed a crime.
Right.
So that'd be how Mike Tyson's attorney is going to argue that. It's just like, just because he felt bad about it doesn't mean he did anything wrong.
See, if I'm Mike Tyson, I sick my tiger on him.
Well, he doesn't always travel with the tiger. Randy.
Yeah.
What?
He doesn't always travel with the tiger.
It wasn't
Dude,
a private
if I have
flight.
a tiger, I'm taking that thing everywhere.
Your emotional support tiger.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You just
Now
all of a
you're
sudden,
going to
this
get
guy's
sued.
giving me grief. Hey, Randy. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
So the guy is saying he needs to cover his medical care, therapy for depression, and PTSD.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like those problems were probably present prior to this, but okay.
No.
This is the
Nice
kind of
to
thing
think.
where a guy gets awarded $1. You know what I mean? They're like, legally he's right, but no, we saw the video. $1. That's the way it is.
Gotta be kidding
Swazman
me.
says watching the Illinois game from New York City and the Jimmy V Classic with UConn and North Carolina next. That time of year, pay attention to the fun college basketball games. There you go. Yeah. Where are you watching that in? Because
New York City.
I know you said New York City, but if that's a bar, tell them they got to get their mop out of there. Bala 51 says, we are visual creatures, Randy. Sometimes a little garnish is a good thing. No, he's not wrong.
Yeah, but
he's not wrong.
I mean, come on. Green onion? Really?
It's a great
you
song.
You can't put parsley on there?
I have a really good joke about parsley, but it's dirty. It's so
well.
Can
you believe it?
I actually can't. I'm trying to think about what joke you could make about parsley.
What's the difference between blank and parsley? Nobody eats parsley.
Wow.
That's the best Mad Lib you're going to play today.
Yeah.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Take the guesswork out of your holiday gifts. OmahaSteaks.com for 50% off site-wide and save an additional $30 with promo code VSIN. OmahaSteaks.com.
With college football down to the Final Four for the playoffs, the Michigan Wolverines, the #1 overall seed, are the betting favorites to win the title. The Wolverines went 13-0 in capturing the Big Ten, plus 175 to win the trophy. Alabama getting in at a #4 seed, coming off an SEC championship win against Georgia. They are the second betting favorite at plus 210. Texas, the Big 12 champions at 12-1 or plus 260 to claim the national title. And the Washington Huskies, 13-0, capturing the Pac-12 over Oregon, are plus 800. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
Jeffrey O'Brien here, and congratulations. You just made it through the hottest summer in Arizona history. No lie. The only proof you need is in that electric bill. If you don't have solar, I wonder how bad it's going to get next year. You need to call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar could save you over 80% off your electric bills. They're a locally owned, family-owned company. Call Harmon Solar for a free estimate. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialist, located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles for 44 years. And we're offering our fall inspection on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Also, our brake service inspection, recommended every year to prevent repairs and ensure top performance. For guaranteed family touch service, contact us at 602-246-2881. Highly rated by Google. Online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention the Fanatic to get 10% off.
Hi, I'm State School Superintendent Tom Horn. Arizona has a shortage of teachers and a need to improve students' proficiency in reading and math. We need to increase teachers' income, which they deserve, and to increase students' proficiency, which is my highest priority. I'm therefore providing $40 million for one-on-one tutoring for grades 1 through 8, public and charter school students who did not perform proficient on the last state test. Learn more today at azia.gov.
Sponsored by the Arizona Department of Education.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Terry Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic coming up later on at 6:45 p.m. You got San Diego State visiting GCU. We got the call right here. And then, of course, Thursday night football. Let's see. Patriots at Steelers. Take your wife out for dinner. Saturday, we got GCU playing Liberty. Sunday, Lions at Bears in the morning. Bills at Chiefs at 2. Eagles at Cowboys at 5:30 p.m. So, outside of the first game, the other two games are pretty good. And then Monday, Titans at Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't think you want to take your wife to dinner on Monday, though.
Sorry about that.
Like most good places are closed on Monday. So
if you can find a spot, do that.
Eat your leftovers.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, right now it's time for Keon Rose's college football recap and I guess season ender, because after that it's Keon Rose's college football playoff dance party. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here he is to fill you in on the week that was in NCAA football.
Yeah, obviously a very polarizing week because of many of the decisions that the committee made.
You think?
Yeah, so I'm just going to run down some of these scores
I
pretty
feel
quickly.
polarized.
Big 12 championship, Texas wins that 49-21. Washington and Oregon do battle. That was a really good game, by the way. Washington winning again, 34-31 to punch their ticket to the college football playoff. Alabama beats Georgia 27-24, breaking the, at the time, longest streak in college football. Michigan knocking off Iowa 26-0, which is somewhat impressive. In that Iowa held them to 26. They can't score, though, so I don't know how they made a championship game, except that the Big Ten is deeply unbalanced and the Big Ten West is awful. Florida State and Louisville in the ACC title game. Florida State wins that game 16-6. And the result of that, of course, was a college football playoff field that nobody agrees with. Everybody, not everybody, but many people think that Florida State should be there. I don't agree with that. And we've talked about it before in terms of Florida State's schedule and who they played. Randy has pointed out on a number of occasions they haven't really played anybody. And I agree with that. But then when you compound that with the fact that their quarterback, Jordan Travis, is simply not going to be playing, they're not one of the 4 best teams in the country. And you're not going to get a good game out of them in the college football playoff. How do we know this? We watched them put up 16 points on Louisville in an ACC title game. Louisville's good. They're not that good. Okay. That game shouldn't even have been close. And I would tell you, if Jordan Travis were healthy, it wouldn't have been. So that's my argument for the field being exactly what it is. I think that that's why you have a group of human beings make these decisions, is because before we were doing this and computers were deciding, we were doing this before and teams had good resumes, but you have a championship game 1-2 decided by a computer. So we've moved to this format and we have 4 teams in it. And look, the games mattered all along the way. The regular season in college football, and this is what makes it different from the NFL, in my opinion, and why I'm not a big fan of the playoff expansion, is that the regular season games matter. Like, you have to win those, and you have to schedule tough opponents, and you have to beat those tough opponents. And if you go on the road and beat a tough opponent, you should be rewarded for that. I don't think that I don't necessarily think that it's just a given that Florida State would go in, but also to the fact that the committee is tasked with choosing the 4 best teams available. And right now, Florida State isn't that. That doesn't mean that Jordan Travis should win a Heisman. He didn't play enough games. So I don't know where that keeps coming from, but I'd like to not hear that again because it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, yes, I agree with that. But also the ACC is not a strong conference.
Agreed. That's exactly the point I'm making there. Yeah.
That's not necessarily Florida State's problem. I mean,
that's not their fault.
Right.
But it's between that and their non-conference games, which weren't particularly strong either. Like, if your conference isn't strong, and Clemson used to be really great at doing this.
Yes.
They still are. They just can't win those games right now. But they used to be really good about going outside of the ACC and winning a tough non-conference game a year. So that anytime somebody said, well, boy, Clemson's in the ACC, it's not a very good conference, they didn't play anybody, Clemson could always point to the one win that they had against a non-conference team that was ranked when they played them, that was really good.
I think Florida State needs to schedule a couple of those non-conference games, like against an Alabama or a Texas, and really bolster their schedule.
And that's the argument that Texas has right now, is that they did lose to Oklahoma in Red River, but that's a neutral site game and it's a rivalry game. And then on top of that, Oklahoma wound up being a better team than people realized in the end. So that helped them a lot. But the biggest thing that they've got going for them, the biggest feather in their cap, is that they beat Alabama. They went to Tuscaloosa and they beat them by 10. That's the kind of stuff the committee is looking for.
Well, and that's what Florida State should do.
And
they schedule that kind of a game.
And I'm sure, moving forward, it's something that they would probably do. It's just, I don't even think Florida State thought that they were going to be this good this year. They got there really quickly. And they're going to be competitive for a while. They're going to be around for a while. And I do think that, in the future, maybe even next year, with a wide open playoff field, we're going to have some interesting stuff. But like this whole conversation that we're having about the college football playoff being 4 teams, we were arguing about 4, 5, 6 teams that I think were all worthy of having a shot. We're going to expand this thing to 12 games next year. And I'm just telling you, the conversation around the college football playoff next year is about to be 10 times more annoying than it's this year, because now instead of arguing about teams that we know are really good teams, we're going to be arguing about 2 lost teams, 3 lost teams.
Yeah, agreed.
I am so uninterested in this as a change. I can't tell you. Like the thing that I like about college that makes it different from the NFL is the regular season. You got 12 teams now. You could lose 2 or 3 games. Doesn't matter. That's not really the college football I grew up watching. That's not really the college football that I love and care about. I'll still watch. I'll still care, but it's just different. And I'm going to have to wrestle with that. But if you think that this is bad, next year's about to be so much worse.
You're right.
One of the big headlines, by the way, we kind of touched on it yesterday. Kyle McCord put his name in the transfer portal for Ohio State. And that is insane, if for no other reason than Kyle McCord had a really good year. You would think at Ohio State he had a chance to go build on what he did. But he's transferring because Ohio State lost to Michigan again. And that's really what it comes down to. Ryan Day's got to beat Jim Harbaugh. He's got to figure out a way to beat Jim Harbaugh. Maybe Jim Harbaugh just leaves and solves the problem for him. But as of this exact moment, Ryan Day has yet to figure out how to beat Jim Harbaugh more than one time. And he's shaking things up over there. And Kyle McCord and his camp apparently got wind of the fact that Ryan Day's not guaranteeing anybody's job. They're not guaranteeing his job or any other player on that team. Just because you're the quarterback, you're not protected. Just because you put up big numbers, you're not protected. We're evaluating everybody. And Kyle McCord, I guess, couldn't handle that particular heat, put his name in the transfer portal. He is going to be one of the most sought after quarterbacks in the nation. And then the last bit of information I have, which is interesting to me, is that the NCAA is considering a payment model that would allow them to pay student athletes. And I don't mean NIL. NIL is its own thing. We're talking about the school paying the athlete. And
wow.
I don't know if the NCAA is quite ready for all of these changes. They've made some before and then realized on the back end that there are definitely ramifications to making these decisions. But I do think that they are getting to the point now where they feel like they can't win in court to keep players from getting paid. It's a financial thing, obviously. I don't think that the president of the NCAA suddenly grew a heart. I think that he is at a point now where legally they don't have the leg to stand on that they used to. And so they're either going to jump into this thing before somebody pushes them and they get to decide at least how it goes. But I did notice in all of this that there's no limit to how much money you could pay a player, which I don't know if I'm about that. I think that you should maybe put some kind of a cap on that, because that could get out of hand very, very quickly. I mean, once upon a time, the University of Texas offered Eric Dickerson a golden Trans Am, and that's when they weren't supposed to be paying people money. What do you think they're going to do when you just say, no, just go crazy, give them whatever they want? I don't think this is going to go in a place that's very good, and I don't think the NCAA has considered all the things that could potentially go wrong with that, and that is the week that was in college football.
Wow. All right, there you go. And, of course, we've already had our Heisman potential conversation earlier. So a lot is going to happen this weekend. And at what point are we going to – is it going to be Keon Rose's bowl game dance party? Or are we going to just only focus on championships dance parties?
See,
well, the championship's already happened. I mean,
no, I'm talking about the main one, the big one.
Like this weekend, it's Army Navy.
Because we could do the New Year's Six bowls. Those are going to be the college football playoff, and then
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that the big bowl game of the two teams that were basically left out of the playoff. You could do that. And then outside of that, I mean, yeah, we could do bowl season, but the issue with bowl season is that there are so many games and they are happening not just on the weekend, but just throughout the week, every single day.
Oh, yeah.
That might make it a little bit tough. But
it's a bowl a minute. Pickle D says they just need to go ahead and expand to 6 teams this year. Give Michigan and Washington a bye. Everyone wins. Literally everyone.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve to be there. Like they have definitely earned the right to be there. And it always seemed weird to me that they had a playoff that had fewer spots than there were Power 5 conferences, which is who they want in the playoff. So I that never made any sense to me. It's just like you knew somebody was always going to be outside looking in. It just happened that this year's the year that the chaos version of this happened, where a bunch of conference champions have a very strong case to be in.
Kiss the Cook says NCAA or NIL? NCAA, good decision, but you're too damn late. You're too damn late. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back, I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about it. And when we do, you'll know it. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. You need a partner you can count on. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Phoenix area attorneys. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. CordellCordell.com.
Can I open it now? I think you've waited long enough.
Yeah, go for it, kiddo.
I already have this baseball cap.
Not this one.
Look a little closer, sweetheart. It's signed?
Yeah, buddy.
I can't believe it.
Do you still have that card all these years later? Do you have trading cards that's been sitting in a box for decades? Scottsdale Cards is who you want to call first. The Valley's card, comic book, and collectibles expert since 1989. Scottsdale Cards is your source to sell your trading cards and other collectibles, including those comic books you've been doing nothing with. We are always interested in buying your vintage sports cards and comic books, certified autographs, memorabilia, and collectibles. So what collectibles do you have stored away? They could be worth thousands. Call or text 480-419-2990. That's 480-419-2990. Or go to ScottsdaleCards.com. That's ScottsdaleCards.com. Or search Scottsdale Cards on your mobile phone today.
It's the holiday season, and Famous Footwear is stocked with all the styles your family wants from the brands you love at prices that fit everyone's list. Shop the comfiest Hey Dude shoes and coolest Crocs, or snag the perfect pair of Bear Paw boots and slippers. Plus, for a limited time, find the latest Nike styles for the whole family at savings of up to 30% off. Shop Famous.com or bring the whole family into a Famous Footwear near you and spread some cheer this holiday season with the gift of famously great shoes. Valid on select styles.
iPhone 15 Pro on Verizon.
For a limited time, trade in any iPhone in any condition for the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE, all on us with Unlimited Ultimate. Act now. Visit Verizon.com. iPhone requires Unlimited Ultimate plan first. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line required first. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit. Up to $459.99 device payment purchase with new line on eligible plan required per Apple Watch or iPad. Less up to $459.99 promo credit per device applied. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Don't be fooled by the people you meet on social media. It may start as an innocent conversation, but anyone who tries to sell you pills is nothing more than a drug dealer. And if you think tiny pills can't do much harm, think again. Fentanyl can end it all. Know the truth about fentanyl at learnmoreaz.org. Don't be fooled. Don't be faked out. Visit learnmoreaz.org. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, so now I got 4 tickets and a parking pass. So here's what you do, Keon. What you do is, this. All right, caller 3 right now, 888-368-1580 gets a pair of tickets for ASU versus SMU, 8 p.m. on Wednesday. So here's what you do, though, Keon. You ask the winner if do you want 2 tickets or do you want 4 tickets? Because you know they want the parking pass. If they say 2, then you say, hold on, and immediately grab any other line that's blinking and give that pair to that other person. Can we do that?
Sure. I will try not to accidentally hang up on the person.
Yeah. Well, figure it out. You'll do fine. So 888-368-1580, caller 3, and maybe caller 4. Maybe somebody else will get a pair of tickets. Here's the thing: if they want 4 tickets, just give them the 4 tickets. That's what we did with the rest of them. So we'll just do it that way here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 888-368-1580. So, Randy, we could do an injury report real fast.
All right.
We could do that. I could give you the rundown on the latest injuries. Christian Kirk, he got injured in the groin area. 26-yard reception. It was the Jaguars' first play of the game. And yeah, that was into that for him. So he'll be questionable going into this week's game. Be sure to check him. Let's see. Puka Nacua. Man, this is good news for a lot of people. Turns out that Puka Nacua has a shoulder sprain, but he should be playing on Sunday. So all you guys relying on Puka Nacua for fantasy football, looks like he will be on the field. And if he's on the field, he's getting points. They say we might be smart with him early on in the week, but just because you don't see him practicing doesn't mean that'll affect his ability to be ready to go. So he will be in the game next Sunday. Ramondre Stevenson out for a few weeks. He's got a high ankle sprain. I'm sorry. You may have to go get Ezekiel Elliott if you have Ramondre Stevenson. It's the Patriots. If you're running for a backup, a handcuff in the Patriots, you're probably barking up the wrong tree, but may God have mercy on your soul. Let's see here. By the way, remember the guy who was holding the first down marker there, Nick Piazza, holding the first down marker on the sideline.
Broken leg. Yeah.
Gruesomely broken leg. He actually is having surgery. Having surgery. The good news is his blood vessels remained intact. So even though it was broken in a couple places, he fractured his fibula and dislocated his knee. They should be able to put him back together again. He should be okay. So hopefully his surgery goes well.
You think when he runs from now on, it's going to be like, no.
I'm sure there's going to be something like that. I hope the guy is able to come back and do his job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about a nice, sweet gig. Your whole job is just to walk up and down, watch the game. That guy gets to watch the game, try not to show emotion, but you can watch the game, and then you just walk up and down. You get to see the best seat in the entire house. You follow the action.
And now, when he runs,
I don't know if he'll be able to jump like that or not.
60 miles an hour plus.
Yeah. Tank Dell had successful surgery today, but he will miss the rest of the season. That is a crushing blow for Texans fans and for fantasy football fans. Anybody with Tank Dell was doing pretty good there. So let's see. That's the most of what I've got for the injury report. Let's see. Keon, do we have a winner of them tickets? Got a winner for the ASU tickets?
The other person did not stay on the line.
Oh, no.
So we gave away 2 tickets
Did
and
you
a parking
ask their
pass.
name? Oh, what do you mean? So you got the original winner?
Yes.
Okay, who won that?
That's Puts the Lotion in the Basket.
Hey, well, we haven't heard from them in a while. Puts the Lotion in the Basket got the 2 tickets and a parking pass. And right now, you still have available 2 tickets to go to the ASU game.
Mm-hmm.
And what the other person just hung up because they're like, no parking pass. Click.
Well, I answered Puts the Lotion in the Basket, and I was trying to go quickly to get to the next person, and they did not they did not hang on there.
Chosen One says, afternoon, I didn't receive an email with my tickets and parking pass. Was it Chosen One win earlier today, or was that yesterday?
Chosen One won earlier today.
Oh, well,
And
he's
I
got his email on the text line if you need it.
Okay, I have it here. I
okay.
did tell him that I was going to send it to him later this evening after the show.
Hey, calm down, Chosen One.
I was just I'm working.
We
so
get you're excited.
After the show,
Keon is just one man.
I will send the tickets to you.
So should we just open it up and let
let's just let somebody.
Next caller, 888-368-1580 gets the extra 2 tickets to the ASU game. There's no parking pass on this one, but you got tickets to the game. 888-368-1580. The Jet says, hello, gentlemen. Does anyone want to golf on Friday morning? We all do, but we can't.
I'd love to.
It's Friday. It's a work day, man.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to work. Thanks for the offer there, Jet.
Thanks, Jet.
Chosen One says, my bad. I didn't realize it was after the show. Thanks again, gentlemen. That's all right, Chosen One. We're just poking at you. T-Licious says, hey, you should do a bowl pick'em like you do with the NFL pick'em. Boy, I don't think I want to get in
a bowl pick'em.
Yeah, you just have all the bowls and then have people pick that.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if somebody already has a platform for that. Maybe. I don't know. That sounds like a mess. And I don't care for the bowl games because not everybody plays in the bowl games. A lot of guys sit that one out because it's an unimportant bowl game. They're like, I don't want to get injured in a pointless game. You know, it's not a playoff or something like that. Eye Candy says, Jeffrey, you should put together a college bowl game straight up pick 'em, similar to the Gridiron. See, again, he said, does Gridiron has one of those? We might just do it for fun. I don't know. I don't have any prizes for you. Swazman says, Jeffrey, I recommend the 500 Club. It is the oldest public golf course, I think, in the Phoenix area. It's awesome. Desert mountain views, no houses, GPS video cards, and a fair price, $50 to $60.
Well, the 500 Club, they got a couple of courses. They've got an executive course out there, Jeffco, which I would recommend that for you. It's all short irons and a putter.
Ralph was asking me about that the other day, and I says, I just still need to learn, and I don't want to slow down people who know how to golf.
Well, you get out there on that executive course, that little 18-hole executive course, you'll be fine.
I don't know. I am happy to learn. I would like to learn. I know what a lot of good stories come on golf courses. I just don't want to slow anybody down. And then when somebody says, hey, you want to golf? I'm like, it's 188 degrees out. How about no?
Not this year.
It's
So,
all of the very cheap people.
Yeah. I'm open.
Yeah.
I'm open. I don't even care. I'll golf in the desert. I just need to learn how to the mechanics go. So who won these tickets?
Beer Nuts.
All right. We gave away all the tickets. All right. Enjoy ASU versus SMU tomorrow at 8 p.m. By the way, did you tell these guys these are good tickets?
They're really good tickets. Yeah. I didn't see all of them.
I guess I should have said that earlier.
Some of them.
I know how to promote, don't I?
I know that there were a couple of pair that were down on like row 11. So like you're right. You're basically mid court, I believe. And
well, hopefully everybody will take some pictures and stuff and show us.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, good job, Keon. And good job, everybody who called in and won them. Listen, we've got more tickets to give away. Not for this, but over at the Footprint Center, they are going to have the Jerry Colangelo Classic. And we got a bunch of tickets for that. We got tickets for the Classic, for the Women's and Men's Hall of Fame games. It's all happening December 16th through the 20th. And GCU is part of that. We got some tickets where you could go see them play against Portland on Saturday, December 16th, but we'll give those away tomorrow and the next day and stuff like that. Waldo says, evening, fellas. Stone Creek in Phoenix is a great course if you love playing out a Cabbage Patch Rough. Best Irish coffees in the city, though. I don't even know what that means. Cabbage Patch Rough? Was it just like a bunch of shrubberies
it's
and
not
bushes?
a groomed rough. It's sort of a rough that's got weeds and different things in there. It's not like a groomed rough like you would see on one of these high end courses. But I
don't mind that.
The course is not a dog track, as they would say. It's got nice grass, nice fairways, nice greens, but the rough is the rough. It is what it is.
Swazman says, Jeffrey, maybe the Blender Nation there could do a fundraiser so you can get golf lessons from somebody who knows what they're doing. Well, I think I could probably pay for my own lessons. Although, boy, I tell you what, from what I understand, golf ain't cheap. That is not. If you want to get a fundraiser, you go ahead.
No,
Now
not
that you
this
think
time of year. Yeah.
Kiss the Cook says, the Classic. I'll call and wait on hold until tomorrow. It's not how it works, man. It's not how it works. And he says, I'll call in when you have tickets for Arizona State game. Anything else is uncivilized. Well, there's a chance that might happen. I'm not sure how the Jerry Colangelo thing works, but on December 20th, Northwest is playing Arizona State and Alabama is playing Arizona. Presumably, if both Arizona teams win, don't they meet like to settle the thing?
Yes. Yeah.
It could happen, Kiss the Cook. It could happen, but you never know. So if you got like tickets to this thing and you're waiting for that to happen, it may not happen. So I don't know. I'll let you all figure it out when we give away tickets. So Kiss the Cook, you may want to try to get tickets to that. And I'm just saying, your dream might come true. 888-368-1580. Oh, crap. Hold on.
I'm thinking it's time for Big George's sports history.
I can't believe you guys actually held on. I walked off and it was like dead silence.
Yeah, no.
Next time I'm not going to say hold on.
Is he coming back?
Somebody say something and then I'll just walk off. Hey, it's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1981, Marcus Allen, the running back who was the first collegian to gain more than 2,000 yards, won the Heisman Trophy, outpolling Herschel Walker of the University of Georgia. Marcus Allen then became the fourth USC running back in 16 years to win the Heisman Trophy, joining Mike Garrett, murderer O.J. Simpson, and Charles White. Back to me, Jeffrey.
Yeah, a lot of speculation about that. A lot of people thought that he shouldn't have won the Heisman, but rather Herschel Walker should have won the Heisman.
Yeah, I'm
a lot of
surprised.
speculation on that. Yeah,
but if he had more yards than Herschel Walker, I guess there's your case for it.
See, but that's the thing. I mean, you just don't, unless you play the same teams. Like in the NFL, you play the same teams. You gain yards. I mean, it's pretty much a cut and dried case. Where in college football, it's not that way at all. And Herschel Walker was in the SEC, playing at Georgia, and Marcus Allen was at SC, playing in the Pac. I don't believe it was 12 then. I think it was the Pac 8 back then.
Pac something or other. Pack a knife, I think is what they called it.
Could be.
By the way, Mr. Wilbur says the Jerry Colangelo Hall of Fame thing. He says that's a one-night event. There is no second game. So it's not a tournament.
Too bad.
There's just some scheduled games.
Well, then ASU won't play U of A, and then everything will be fine.
Yeah, and at least ASU gets to play first. I believe they play first. Because you don't want to go out there a bunch of meth on the on the bench.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm sure there'd be like
Locker
syringes.
rooms. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you don't want to run into. You don't want to follow Arizona.
No.
You want to be there before them.
Absolutely.
Because they leave a skid mark of stank behind them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They all those a tinfoil full of 8 balls and things like
Mm,
that.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mark of Stank. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
that should be an album name for somebody. Fish Tank, please. Some musical output that you do, please name it Skid Mark of Stank.
Mm.
That might be some of my finest work.
This fall, Burnt Trash, their new album, Skid Mark of Stank.
Is that the name of Fish Tank's band?
I mean, it could be.
Burnt Trash?
Could be. Burnt Trash. Yeah.
Wow. The Jet says, didn't University of Arizona kick the bleep out of ASU in football this year?
We're
No,
not
we
talking
don't
about
remember
that.
that. I don't think
No.
that happened.
Mm-mm.
I am not sure what you're
Never
talking
happened. Yeah.
No,
We've gone into a
weird.
fugue state. So
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very strange. ASU ended the season with a bye week. I thought it was odd too.
it's weird
Yes.
how that works.
It's
Yeah.
weird. So, yeah.
Up yours, Jet.
Yeah, Jet.
Yeah. Big George says, remember sweaty Sean Miller? Yeah. That stank followed him wherever he went.
I don't remember him. No.
Skid Mark of Stank.
Yeah.
I just made that up.
Yeah, you did.
I'm pretty proud of that. I don't even care anything that happened on the show today.
Well, I mean, as you
Skid
should
Mark
be.
of Stank.
Yeah.
That's you, Arizona, right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a 3-word nutshell.
Yeah.
Skid Mark of Stank.
I agree.
SOS. It's
Mm.
SOS. Skid Mark of Stank. Jet says, see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, not if we see you first, Jet.
Yeah,
I told him.
Jet.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I humiliated him. Oh my God.
Mm.
Oh, we got to end the show now. That's it. Drop the mic.
Okay.
It's a Daily
All right.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
So, what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with the surgeon.